So it's a Thursday morning, a little after 7 a.m. Good morning and welcome to the WoezorTV Breakfast Cafe on yours truly WoezorTV. My name is Randy Ahaje. This is where we serve you the best of breakfast on TV. Remember, we are airborne from now to somewhere around 10 a.m. where we finally hang our cloaks and make way for other programs to come your way. It's a packed show because we've got a lot to tackle this morning. One, we're looking at a conversation on C-section. I mean, the cesarean section that we spoke briefly about yesterday. Whether or not in modern day medicine whether or not that is actually the best way to go, or we should still consider the natural way of childbirth. It's a conversation we should be having right here on the show. Also, we'll be speaking to some legal practitioners in the country. There is a convocation coming up as well. We'll find out from them. Remember yesterday there was a conversation on the OSP and then the Attorney General as well. Probably we'll throw that question to them, find their answers as well. So join the conversation on all our social media platforms. Feel free to drop your messages under any of the broadcasts. We'll read them out loud and clear. But there's a big one also coming up. You recall yesterday the president, together with the key stakeholders in the health sector, launched the free primary health care, and this morning we'll still expand that conversation. Hopefully we'll get to speak to one person that matters when it comes to the health sector as well. It's going to be a surprise anyway, so hopefully when the time comes we'll bring that person on board for us to have that big conversation as well. But let's start off quickly with a look at the weather for the day. This morning the temperature is hovering around 27 degrees Celsius. It's getting a little bit hotter this morning as well. Towards 9-10 a.m. the temperature is likely to rise to about 31-32 degrees Celsius. Today we'll hit 33 degrees. When it hits around 1 a.m. or little after 12 noon, the temperature is going to be around 33 degrees. So it's going to be very, very, very hot out there. So remember, as always, I tell you to wear some light clothes and drink a lot of water. Continue to drink water, even if you don't get food. Charlie, water there, here, and still sold at 50 pesos. That's the sachet water. I mean, you can also fetch from a pipe, right? Direct pipe, and then drink. And yes, but remember, the most important thing is to drink a lot of water. So that's how our weather is going to look like for the day. This morning it's 27 degrees Celsius. It will get hotter along the line. Somewhere 10 a.m. thereabout, it gets to 31-32 degrees. But towards noon, a little after noon also, we are hitting 33 degrees. There is a likelihood of showers or rain showers in some parts of the country. So for those areas, please, you need to take all the precautionary measures. If you're stepping out, if you don't have anything too important to do in town, Charlie, buy some food, get some good water, and sit at home and enjoy. Right? If you have to rush to the office, rush quickly, so to avoid any kind of surprises from the weather. But our motivation this morning is taken from Conrad Hilton, and Conrad says that success seems to be connected with action. Success seems to be connected with action. Successful people keep moving. They make mistakes, but they don't quit. Let me take that again. Success seems to be connected with action. Successful people keep moving. They make mistakes, but they don't quit. That's according to Conrad Hilton. So basically, very self-explanatory. To be successful, you keep going. To become the best, you keep going. I mean, Michael Jordan even told us that on several occasions, he's missed the net. On several occasions, he's missed the target. But again, he continues doing the best. He continues to rehearse. He continues to practice. He continues to train hard because he has an ambition, because he has a goal, he has a target. And that's how successful people do it. Who says the rich men in the country have never made mistakes? Who says they wake up and all they do is just one or two things and they go back to sleep? No, they continue working hard. They are not okay with what they have done so far. Look at even the Ibrahim Mohammeds, look at Dangote. They are still heavily in the business sector, ensuring that things work out successfully for them. And that is how successful people think. That is how the rich men think. Don't lazy about. You can't sit at one place and expect something to be, to become successful. You need to add actions to it. You need to take that step. You need to start moving forward. Mistakes are bound to happen. And I keep repeating that particular statement or that phrase. Mistakes will definitely happen. The best of the people, the richest, the successful people, they can never point to one person who has never made mistake in their journey as it stands now. None. So it means that mistakes definitely will come. But don't fall and sleep at where that particular mistake happens. Yours is to get up, rise up, and keep pushing. And exactly that's what Conrad is telling us this morning. And that's how I chose to welcome you on board to today's edition of the WoezorTV Breakfast Cafe. My name is Randy Ahaje. We'll take a breather. When we return, yes, of course, we'll have our conversation right here. Stay with me. There is more.
Embarrassed. Too embarrassed to speak to a loved one. Too embarrassed to speak to your doctor.
Too embarrassed. When in our lifetime, 1 in 4 black men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer. 1 in 12 black men will die from prostate cancer.
Let me repeat that. 1 in 4 black men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer. 1 in 12 black men will die from prostate cancer disease.
1 in 12. That could be your dad, even your older brother, uncle, or grandfather.
You need to make sure they are not embarrassed to speak to you or their doctor about it.
Hey, Dad, have you had your prostate checked out? See? How hard is that? It's easy. Just start the conversation.
Prostate cancer is survivable if caught and treated early enough.
Don't let embarrassment stop you having this important conversation.
You may save someone's life.
Not just your own.
Well, not too long ago, the great President John Mahama went to the United Nations and spoke for my people of Jamaica and the Caribbean and the Americas. And you said, we are not looking a handout, but recognition of what took place in the transatlantic slave trade. I thank you, my president. I am a child who suffer from this. Chains on my feet, whip in the hand. And tonight I sing a song to go along with your mission of reparations. Not a handout, but to acknowledge. But we're gonna do it not just reggae style, we're gonna do it high life. A high life remix by me, Gram Smargan of Morgan Heritage. Oh, President Mahama, I thank you for saying what you said at the United Nations. Reparations, justice must come. Africa and the Caribbean as one. Zimbabwe, not charity, but exposing them both. Now a new day of justice is born. Across the ocean, torn from the land. Chains on my feet, whip in the hand. But your light carried us through the storms. Now a new day of justice is born. Reparations, justice must come, yeah. Africa and the Caribbean as one. Not charity, but exposing them both. Now a new day of justice is born. Reparations, justice must come. Africa and the Caribbean as one. Not charity, but exposing them both. Now a new day of justice is born. Africa crying out loud. Now a new day of justice is born. Mahama, I give you strength. From Ghana to Zimbabwe, we thank you for holding the way. We say, Mahama, justice must come. Africa and the Caribbean as one. I say from Jamaica right to Accra, now a new day of justice is born. Play it low. Across the ocean, I was torn from the land. There was chains on my feet, whip in the hand. But Jah light carried us through the storms. Now a new day of justice is born. Mahama, Africa, and the Caribbean as one. Now a new day of justice is born. Papa Mahama, Africa is crying out. Now a new day of justice is born. I love you. Much love from Jamaica. Ooh yeah. We say Mahama, justice must come. Now a new day of justice is born. We say, Mahama, justice must come, yeah. Now a new day of justice is born. Reparations.
All right, so welcome back. Many thanks for still staying with us here on WoezorTV. Remember, this is the WoezorTV Breakfast Cafe. We serve you the best of breakfast on TV. And I told you that we have, quite a number of things to discuss this morning. But just now, we want to focus on this big one, the C-section, as they usually call it. Whether or not in modern day medicine, we should be considering that. Is that a way to go, or we still have to worry about natural childbirth? But later we'll also have a conversation with a group of lawyers. They will speak to us on their upcoming program, and also what we saw yesterday, the OSP and then the Attorney General as well. Maybe later we'll be speaking to someone from the health sector also on what we saw yesterday, and also in general the entire health sector in perspective. So it's really packed. You remember, you can also join us via all our social media platforms. You can also send us a text via WhatsApp number 055-269-7939. But my man is here, Zizu. We are not talking sports just yet. He'll come back with all the latest updates in the world of sports. History was written last night. Yeah, whether you like it or not. Still unbeaten. We are the Gunners. Good morning.
Good morning, Randy.
It's a Thursday. Yeah, you can say it again. And we are winning. We are really winning the Champions League. It's our year.
Amen.
When did Chelsea win it? Was it in 2012 or 13?
Yes, they won in 2012.
Okay. Yeah, I think it was the same thing. They weren't performing well in the. They weren't classic. I mean, Chelsea was basa basa. That was when.
But this season you are not basa basa.
Oh, I mean, that's not how Arsenal plays. The way we are playing is that how we play.
You are leading the.
Oh,
the
a team.
table.
Oh yeah, I mean it's fair, it's fine, but
you are the only team yet to
lose in the UEFA. Yeah, but what?
Even Bayern. But then.
Oh, they have also not lost.
Yes, they've not lost.
Oh really?
Yes.
Oh okay.
Yes. They beat
Oh.
Madrid at Bernabeu and won yesterday too.
Oh okay. So right from the preliminary stages, they didn't lose any game.
Didn't lose.
Okay, I didn't know about that. Okay, thanks for the correction.
Are still rocking horse. But then let's see how it will go.
But we beat Bayern. Was it
That was last
preseason?
season. So last season, even this season.
Yeah.
No, this is.
No, this is in
not last
preseason.
season.
Oh,
But
Yeah.
then this squad, Bayern squad, is
it's different.
very different.
The likes of
And
Olise.
looking at how Arsenal's confidence is declining.
Yeah, and that is my worry, and that's what I'm saying. That
You don't have finishing.
this is not what we saw in the first half of the season.
But you are not bad.
Oh no, this is terrible.
have the squad, you
This team, what we did.
Those
We are always playing Navy games. You are watching an Arsenal game and you are sitting like this.
that has been our
Hey!
Arsenal throughout.
Hey!
So, when you said you are going to win, I was surprised, but then
Look, last night I was alone in the room. Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Barcelona. You know the big teams. You know that yes, you can struggle, but not the likes of Southampton, not the likes of Sporting CP. With all due respect to these teams, but I'm saying that with the rate at which we have gone, like you mentioned, in the EPL we are still leading that pack. Even on the other two slots that we lost, the Carabao Cup and then the other one that we lost. I mean, we've done so well. So one would expect that when you play against lower tier sides, not lower tier, but bottom or mid-table teams, you show out with them. Give them class. Not what we are seeing. I mean, for me, I feel Charlie Arteta cannot.
in the EPL, you saw what happened to Man U in the last game.
Yeah.
Or last two games.
Yeah.
Even before they went
Yeah.
to the international break.
Yeah.
Drew and then
Yeah.
came back to
Yeah. Yeah.
So getting to the end of the season is different. You need different mentality.
Fatigue sets in, injuries.
Now these middle table teams, they come in stronger. Some want to avoid relegation.
Yeah.
And so they want to bite harder. If you play them, you underrate them, they will beat you. That has been the situation. Arsenal need something beyond what they are doing. Some mental strength.
Yeah.
They need to go beyond what they are doing.
Yeah.
It requires, for a team to win a league or win double in the season, you need a strong bench.
Yeah.
Very strong
Yeah.
bench that can replace the
Yeah.
starting 11. And so you're looking through Arsenal, who is coming to make the differences,
Yeah.
First, you had Martinelli when he's coming off from the bench.
You know something is coming up.
happening.
Yeah.
But now when he's coming, there is no confidence.
Same old same.
You understand? Saka last season, what he
Yeah.
was doing is not the same this
Yeah.
season.
Yeah.
But Arteta has now managed the team to maintain their composure for about 3 seasons.
Yeah.
I mean, always competing at the highest level. But then the semi-finals will be different story.
Yeah.
Against Atletico de
Atletico
Madrid. The confidence, they want to win something for Diego Simeone. He's been there for about 20-something years, and then.
Oh, really?
Yes, he's been there for long.
Consistency.
Yes. And so
No, but has he won any title?
not Champions League,
But he's won the Spanish
won
La
the
Liga.
Spanish, yes.
Oh, it's
He's won
okay.
the Spanish La Liga.
It's fine.
Madrid has been a torment in their affairs.
Yeah, and Barcelona.
Anytime they get to finals,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
it becomes another problem for them.
But they also did well. I mean, I think what they did against Barca, it was
Yes,
great. I mean,
yes.
You see, the rate, the speed, the pace, the strength in that particular game. I
Super.
compared it to what we did
Super.
yesterday. And I'm like, my God.
Super.
Eh.
It's different. It's different ball games altogether.
Well, I agree.
Playing against Sporting CP, the composure and the energy will not be the same as against Atletico de Madrid.
Okay.
Because
And more about that,
different.
Atletico game, more like rivalry.
Yes.
So
it's like that.
you are playing against Barca.
Barcelona.
You know, so
and you remember they eliminated Barca from the Copa del Rey.
Yeah.
So Barca wanted to do something. And they went away to beat Barca at Camp Nou.
Okay.
And so the return leg, I love the way Barca played. The energy in the first half, they wanted to kill the game. You saw how Lamine Yamal was pushing the game and all those stuff. They wanted to do something for the club to redeem their image against Atletico, because this season Barca has beaten them home and away in the league. But then when it comes to the knockout stages of all these cups, they are struggling against Atletico Madrid. So they wanted to do. I loved what they did. For me, I'm not a Barca fan. I will never be a Barca fan. But then let me also commend them for the energy. If that's what Madrid did yesterday, they would have even beaten Bayern. But then we saw some level of some players not actually engaging themselves in the game. But like you said, Arsenal has a different story though. It will be a difficult game against Atletico Madrid. Looking at the energy, the confidence, beating Barca and coming to meet Arsenal. I pray that it will go. But then Barca against Spanish team, the record favors Arsenal. Yes, you saw what happened in last season. So maybe they would want to leverage on that to beat Atletico. If Arsenal get to the final, my worry is it going to be against PSG or Bayern? Bayern, they know how to play Bayern. You saw what happened in last season. They know how to play them. But in final will be a different ball game altogether. Mentality of getting into the final, how the players can, compose themselves, the anxiety and all those things. If they're able to do that, then maybe this season can be for Arsenal.
Okay.
Who knows? Yes, because the English Premier League, this weekend they are playing against Man City.
It's on Sunday, right?
Yes. And
I told the guys yesterday that if we lose, if we had lost yesterday, I was sick today. Like this, you were there when I said it. Like this morning, last weekend, I told my boy Arsenal at home that I call him, we spoke on phone. Arsenal, Charlie, be like this one, we go lose now. He said, no, we'll win. But if we lose, I will not talk to you. Trust me. After the game on Saturday, the guy couldn't speak to me again. Now somebody says I need to change his name from Arsenal to a different thing altogether. But that's it. We'll leave it there. I think we'll have some other time to talk about the Champions League. And when does it end? May?
Yes.
May, right?
Yes.
Okay. May. So just after May, we head into the World Cup. Okay. A conversation we'll have later. But let's talk about something big this morning. The cesarean section that our mothers, our sisters, our daughters, our friends sometimes go through or have to go through. So somebody is going to give birth, and I don't know whether fortunate or unfortunately they end up going under the knife for the baby to come out. Now people have, should I say that's actually stereotyping, but that notion that even now mentioned yesterday that people tend to criticize or say all kinds of things about women who go through that section. Now the conversation is about whether or not it's something we can consider, because people naturally give birth and they lose the baby. Yes, some even lose, the mother itself also dies. All right, but how about considering the C-section? And so we'll get somebody to speak to, a gynae of course, to speak to on this particular one. But maybe your comments on this, what you also think of this whole thing.
I think C-section is not something that any mother would opt for, or even a father would opt for the wife to go through, because it's an alternative to you delivering naturally. If the circumstance demands that you go through the cutting process, then you have to go through. Yes, I'm not sure. I haven't heard many stories about, pregnant women denying C-sections at that spot, because at that moment you are in a critical situation. I'm not sure even the decision is based on you, because look, you are delivering, or sometimes they will tell you, they will assess you and say, no, for this pregnancy you have to go through it, because there are some situations that pre-showing that you can deliver naturally, so they prepare you for that. I know that a lot of people go through it. They will prepare you for that. Randy, you know that there are some exercises or some things you need not to do when you are pregnant, but people do because they don't know, because they refuse to go for the antenatal and all those things, So it's very recommending that when you are pregnant, you need to see your doctor every day, or let the hospital be your place that you be going, because it's a situation that nobody can predict. It's like you are traveling from here to another destination. You don't know what will happen on the road. It's a journey that our mothers go through. That's why on Mother's Day we become emotional about it, because you are going through that period that you can lose your life, either lose your life or lose your baby that you've harnessed for about 9 months. And so yes, it's like you said, how we prepare for it is very important. But then the stereotype side, where does it come from? Is it from the opposite or the women? Because why would a woman stereotype against your fellow woman because
oh no, but you know the world in which we find ourselves. Some people see that as competition.
It doesn't make sense.
So I have a child, you don't have a child. You know, I mean that kind of
that is different. But
that's even one.
For one to go through that process and you have issues or speak against it, it doesn't make sense.
You know here before,
then
they take insult themselves.
Oh, you are not correct.
You know,
I mean, if you say this, no, how? Because some can go to the hospital or deliver. I mean, triplet, two, and all those things, and you can do it naturally. I mean, there are situations. Yes, some can deliver naturally 4, 3, 2 at a go. Like you said, it all boils down to our lifestyle. You understand? You can compare that to the past. Our mothers used not to go through those processes those days because of their lifestyle, eating habits, and all those things. We are not having the same thing today. Look, Randy, this climatic change and all those things you speak about, it goes further to affect our health. But then we don't know. Now we are inhaling a lot of things into our bodies. We are taking a lot of food, contaminated food and water into our body that used not to be in the past. And so health-wise, we are not as the same as 10 years or 20 years ago. And so anybody that goes through that process, we just pray that it becomes successful. We know there are a lot of complications after it. Mothers will have to bear them. But for me, if I know that I will not pray my wife goes through that process, and no man, like I said, will pray that his wife goes through it, because one, it's painful, it's unpredictable, and all those things.
And that's the fear.
Yes.
But whether or not that is really true, it's another conversation.
Yes.
Because I have a friend. I have a friend whose wife went through that. She even opted for it. I think that should be their second or third child.
Yeah,
like
some
she
can
opted.
do like 4 or 5. The same process.
Through CS, and that's what I'm saying.
And
that
get to a point, doctors will tell you, see,
it's okay. You get a point. So that's what I'm saying. So some even opt for that. And I told now off air, you know, Juve came as a result of that.
Okay.
So yeah, you need to opt for it, because the baby sometimes with their weight and all of that, and then how sometimes they turn out in the womb also determines how easy it will be for you to deliver naturally. You get, but there are so many misconceptions and myths. For instance, they tell you that a woman who goes through CS in unya like you don't have the strength. You can't. You are not woman enough.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, how?
Yeah.
Oh.
So, and people even, make the argument using some quotations in the Bible.
Really?
That you know, there is that. Oh, how is it said in English though? There is actually a verse like that. Yeah. That there was more like an example that was given. That some women from one tribe be like that, how they had to go through childbirth and all of that. So it's something they usually use to say. And I think we need to just go beyond all these misconceptions, the myths surrounding this, and rather look at the other side. How fit are women, or how prepared should they be for any of these things? Because look, you can't push. You can't push. Yes. To what extent can you push?
Yeah, sometimes the baby is too.
Have you ever been to the labor ward? Boy, and yeah, easy.
Not during the process, but after.
Charlie, shout out to all women this morning. Yes. Shout out to our mothers.
It's as if we are celebrating mothers.
Yeah, you know, we need to.
It's critical topic that we are talking about this morning. The conception about it.
Yeah.
Not all can go through the natural process. Sometimes the size of the baby, you should be fortunate to be giving birth to, very sizable, baby, bouncy baby boy or beautiful lady coming out. But then, what is so beautiful that you go to the labor and you come back home, safe, whether through the CS or naturally. You understand? So we shouldn't even denigrate this. Look, the result is that, wow, the person was pregnant for 9 months and she has delivered. That's it. That should be the bottom line.
Do you know people also think that babies born through CS are weak?
Oh, how? But is that factual? Is that scientific?
That I don't know. So maybe when we get a guest, I mean, the expert to speak to, maybe he can, and that's what I'm saying. So it's actually a myth and a misconception.
Yes.
But scientifically, like you mentioned, maybe the doctor will be able to tell us. But you look at, and I'll give you an example. You look at Juve and us now.
You have Juventus and us.
Yes. Juve is strong. You get it. Juve is a hard guy. Why are you laughing? Juve is really, really hard. Even though he is young.
You definitely give us Barcelona.
Don't laugh. So there is.
So the name.
Oh yeah, but you have
That's
Egypt.
right.
You have
Egypt is a country.
my former boss is called Egypt.
It's a country,
His,
not a-
but that's
not
his
a
real
team.
name.
Yeah, but it's a country. Egypt has a
But
name.
Arsenal is a football club. Juve is a football.
Oh, ladies of Juventus.
But Medical has his own island.
Island is space.
How do you name your child Island in space?
I
Anyway.
don't know, sorry, Juve and Arsenal.
Yeah,
That's
Juve and
fine.
Arsenal. But we have people called Chelsea.
Yes, Chelsea, I'm told it's a name.
Yeah,
It's the name of a person. But
so
Juventus,
anyway, we'll leave that conversation for another day as well.
Right.
Back to the main issue, the misconception that the babies, and there are a lot of people I know. I mean, I think even another friend, Seto Sizzler. Yes. So they are, and they are very strong. They are even healthy. You get a point. So, but I don't know. Maybe from what I have seen, I don't have any scientific proof to add to that. But I still think that it's actually a misconception on that part too. So probably those are the things they could consider going forward. How dangerous is it? And these are the questions I want to pose to the expert when he joins. How dangerous is it? How easy is it to go through the CS section? Maybe come in quickly whilst we get to
yes,
speak
because
to
so like you said, we need a scientific proof to it. A quick search shows that this is false. I mean, babies born through CS are strong. You know, it doesn't matter how you come out. So the strength of a baby is not determined by how the baby comes out or how the baby is delivered. So it doesn't. That one will not stand. For me, it doesn't stand because unless we get that, okay, but it is the mother pushing. Yes, sometimes they, like you said, the turning and all those things, they didn't completely done in the womb before the time. I mean. For the baby to be delivered, and so the doctors recommend what they need to do to bring the baby out, but that does not show that you are going to be stronger. There are people that are born naturally but are not strong. We've seen a lot. We have, I mean, we know we have sickle cell anemia. I mean, people that were born naturally but then that are not strong, unfortunately, because of their situation. And so for that one, it's not scientifically proven. Look, if you are going through the process and you are not strong enough to deliver naturally, to lose your life and lose your baby, please go for the CS. That's it.
Okay, hold on. Let's get to speak to Dr. Christopher Edu. He is a medical director at the Ultimate Care Hospital. Dr. Christopher, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing great this morning. How are you too?
We are fine here. Doc, thank you for your time as well. Doc, straight to the point, we're talking about what is called a C-section, when is it necessary and when is it not. Basically looking at the pros and cons of this particular section. But for a layman listening or watching us this morning, when we talk about cesarean section or C-section, what exactly does it mean?
All right, thank you. And good morning to your viewers. A cesarean section is a surgical procedure where an incision is made on the mother's abdomen through the uterus for delivery of the baby when there are problems during pregnancy or during labor. So basically, it's an intervention aimed at having a safe mother and a safe baby.
Who makes the recommendation? Is it always the doctor or the mother? Or let me say the client, yeah.
Usually, it's the health personnel.
Okay.
You know,
At what? So that doc. At what point in time? At what point in time would that recommendation be made?
it depends really.
Okay.
It may be during the antenatal period or during labor. It is when there are problems, when the complications are identified. That's when a medical personnel, a midwife or a doctor, will suggest a cesarean section.
Look, let's even talk about getting to that particular stage. Medically, what can lead to that decision or what can lead to that recommendation? I mean, in studio we mentioned the probably the size of the baby or the way the baby is turned in the womb and all of that. That's from a layman's point of view. But medically, what would lead to that C-section?
Thank you very much for your question. You know, the aim of obstetricians or doctors in general, when they are taking care of a pregnant woman, is for us to have a safe mother and a safe child. So during the antenatal period or during labor, the mother is being assessed, the child is being assessed, and during labor, in addition, the progress of labor is also being assessed. So when any instance crops up which may put the mother's life in danger or the child's life in danger, then it becomes necessary to discuss about cesarean section.
Okay, that's also well clarified. But doc, the other argument too is that how safe is a C-section?
Cesarean section is very safe when it is performed by a qualified personnel and in a health facility where we have the necessary equipment in place. It's quite safe these days.
Okay, that's
But
also
that is not the only mode of delivery. Usually we prefer mothers delivering naturally, but cesarean section comes in only when there are complications which may put the mother's life or the baby's life at risk. So in other words, every cesarean section must have a reason, ethically.
okay. But doc, can a woman request a C-section even if it is not medically necessary or medically recommended? Can the woman just opt that, okay, I don't want to go through the natural way of giving birth, just open me up, take the baby out?
Well, a woman can request, but there must be a specific reason why she's requesting. So, for example, at our facility, when a woman comes to request that she wants a cesarean delivery, we'll sit her down, discuss why she is requesting for that, and assess her very well. Maybe it's just fear. Some women fear going through labor pains and delivery. So we counsel them on that lines. And most of the time, women agree. And these are mostly the first timers. Women who are pregnant for the first time. So after talking to them, most of them, they have their fears allayed and then they agree to wait for onset of normal spontaneous labor.
Okay, but doc, wouldn't that also mean that their request probably will be against medical advice?
That's why I'm saying that if any client comes to request for a cesarean section, the health personnel or the doctor will try and find out, probe why she is requesting for that intervention when there is no indication. So then counseling continues from there.
Okay. Doc, let's talk about the myths and misconceptions. I don't know which wild misconception or myths you've heard so far about the C-section. You are in the health sector, you are in the more like the industry. What is the wildest myth or misconception you've heard about C-section?
Well, most often when indications, the patient has indications for cesarean section, and you start talking to them, it's like when they are delivered through cesarean section, they have failed in life or something. But that is never true at all. Cesarean section is only used when the baby or the mother's life is at stake. So that is one most common misconception I come across.
But look, I mean, is it also true that babies that are born through the CS tend to be weak? Is that true?
That's never true.
Okay. How about, I mean, there's also that notion that C-sections affect a woman's ability to have more children. Is that also true?
That's also not true. Because the woman can have, as many children or have as many surgeries as possible, provided that there is no problem. For example, in the past, I had a patient who referred herself from a different facility.
Okay.
Now, this woman had 2 cesarean sections in the past.
Okay.
And then she came with another pregnancy. But all the 2 previous cesarean sections, the children, she lost them. So are you going to say that, you can have only 1 cesarean section or only 2 cesarean sections? No. If the person is fit, she can always have multiple cesarean sections.
Let's talk about recovery or perhaps the aftermath of the CS. First of all, how long does it even take for a mother to recover after the process?
Usually after a cesarean section, the mother may stay in the hospital for 3 to 5 days. Mostly by the 3rd day, they are fit to go home. Now, the recovery sometimes takes about 6 weeks, for them to be strong enough.
Okay, Doc, let's fast track our conversation and try to wind up quickly on this. Now, there is also another question I want to find answers to. How many C-sections are considered safe for a woman?
Sorry, I didn't get that.
Yeah, so I'm asking, how many sections are considered safe for a woman who wants to go through CS?
How many cesarean? You mean how many cesarean sections a woman can have?
Yes.
Thank you for this very important question. But I cannot say there is a limit on the number of cesarean sections a woman can have. Several years ago, I was out somewhere abroad, and there was this white lady. she had had 5 cesarean sections and was attending antenatal clinic with her 6th pregnancy. Can you imagine? But after multiple, let's say after 3 cesarean sections, most doctors will advise the mothers, on contraception.
Okay.
Hello?
Yeah, Doc, I'm with you.
Yes, because the more surgeries you have, the more complicated the subsequent surgeries may become.
Okay. Now, Doc, in wrapping up, would you say that indeed the C-section is indeed safe? And maybe final words to especially our mothers, or you have a question? Okay, so hold on. Godfred has a question for you, Doc.
Doc, I'm just curious. If one goes through first, second,
My
and
final
third-
words.
No, Doc, hold on a second. So my co-host,
Okay.
my colleague has a question. Yeah.
So, Doc, I'm just curious about this. If a mother goes through double CS sessions, where do you do the cut? Is it the same place?
Sorry, the voice wasn't clear.
I'm asking that. I'm curious about this one. The CS they go through. If you go through the first, second, and the third, let me put it that way. Is it the same place, the same cuts in the same place, or different cuts in different places?
Oh, yes. Usually we go through the same scar, old scar.
Oosh.
Unless, rarely there could be a different indication in addition to the woman having had a previous cesarean section. Then we will decide to use a different scar, maybe up and down instead of the transverse we usually use.
Wow. Okay.
All right, Doc. Thank you.
When I say transverse, what we usually refer to as the bikini scar.
Okay. Very well. Doc, thank you. But maybe your final words on this.
Thank you very much. My final words will be that natural birth is very good, and the recovery is fast.
So go to the news.
But cesarean section is an intervention which becomes very necessary when the mother's life or the baby's life is in danger.
Okay.
And what I will advise pregnant women is to attend antenatal care regularly so that their health carers will be able to identify any complications and intervene at the right time.
Very well.
Thank you.
Doc, thank you. We appreciate your time this morning. Dr. Christopher Edu is a medical director at the Ultimate Care Hospital. Our conversation has been on the CS, the cesarean section safer than natural childbirth in modern medicine. I have this message. I don't know if we can just pick some 5 calls. Producer, please, let's just pick some 5 calls. Let's get some experiences from, from mothers out there. I have a message here from, Madam Victoria Kweli. She says that, look, my brother's wife had 4 CS sessions and she's doing well. 4. And she says that CS is actually safe. So she, nurse, she's a retired nurse. She served as the municipal health director in Ho some time back, but she's now on pension. So she says CS is actually safe. And her brother's wife had gone through that.
And all the children are doing.
Yeah. She says yes, and she's doing well. The children are also very fine.
Yeah. So there's nothing scientifically to prove that it is not safe.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, you prefer the natural way because nobody will actually go for the car. That's why I asked the question that is the cuts at the same place.
Spots,
So if you go for 3 times, and that would be very painful, Randy. That would be very, very painful because the stitches and the mark
in the same spot.
No, that would be very painful. So I think that whatever, if it is possible that you need to, what you need to do before you go for the labor to avoid it, for me, I recommend that. But then if it is necessary, like you said, it is always based on the doctor's advice. Or the health professional's advice. So when they give you, you have to take it. Is safe, like he said. I mean, it might be even safer than the natural way, because unless the complications
are dire.
Yes.
Okay, hold on. There's a first caller. Good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, please, your name and where are you calling us from?
Okay, I'm Benis calling from Wa.
Okay, Benis, let's hear from you.
Yes, I'm a first-time mom. Yes, I gave birth this year, January. And I think it depends on the individual's body. But the question you're asking me, cesarean section is safer than natural birth.
Yeah.
Because you have people going through CS and they are saying they are fit. Some are saying they are fit. Some are still saying that they have complications and all that. The same with natural birth. People still have their own issues. So I believe it's the person's
body.
Each and everyone's way of responding to it. So maybe you can say this is safer or this is not.
Very well. Benis, thank you. And I think I think to a large extent also we can agree with Benis. And I think that's why Doc mentioned that you need to, I mean, medically they would have to recommend. Do you get it? Because the C-section wouldn't be the first option. That should rather serve as an option or alternative to the natural childbirth. And that would only come when medically there is a need for it. Okay, I think we have another caller. Good morning.
Good morning.
Boss, your name and where are you calling us from?
My name is Suleiman Nephew from Kalewi in the Upper West Region.
Okay, Sule, let's hear you.
Yes, concerning the cesarean section, I think it should be an emergency option to that of the natural birth. Whether it's safe or not depends on the doctor operating. My wife has been through it 4 times. The third one, the first one was done perfectly. The second one nearly killed her. But when she went for the third one, the doctors said it was actually necessary for her to be operated again. So it was done clean without any complications. And the fourth one was also done clean without complications. But the issue in it is that as we speak today, my wife will not be able to give birth before she has no more uterus. And so, talking about the safety of it, I think the natural birth should take to proceed over the cesarean. It should only be used when we have emergency situations.
Okay, very well. Yes, thank you. Thanks so much for calling, Sule. So I think it's the same thing that we are also, hitting on. And I think that's exactly what Doc mentioned, that it's always good that you naturally, it's expected that you go through that as well. But the CS becomes an alternative when there is that sort of complications that it detects. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Please, your name and where are you calling us from?
Okay, I'm Vivian. I'm calling from Kumasi.
Okay, Vivian, let's hear you.
Okay, cesarean section, they are saying it's safe, but they should tell us the truth. We have some complications or some challenges after the cesarean. I've done 3 cesarean sessions. But you come out with the waist pain, back pain, after everything, after the wound has healed, you still have this kind of challenges. Although it's safe, but
the aftermath,
medically, you still have this small challenges. So I think the natural birth is safer than the cesarean section.
But Vivian, in your case, was it medically recommended or you opted for it?
Hello?
Yeah, Vivian, can you hear me? Hello, Vivian.
No. Come again, please.
Yeah, so I'm asking that. I mean, you said that you have gone through it 3 times, right?
Yes, three times.
So I'm asking, like, all these 3 times you're talking about, was it medically recommended or you opted for it?
No. From my first birth, I had complications, so they had to rush me to the theater.
Okay.
And my second one, it was premature.
Okay.
So because I've done first year, they have to do it the second time. So my third time, the doctors advised me, you have done first, second.
Yeah.
So agree and accept the third one. So I did it. And I decided not to do the fourth again. So I'm not going again. That's what happened.
But Vivian, I appreciate that you've called. But let me also ask, was it painful? I mean, the 3 times that you have been there, was it painful? Oh.
Yeah.
What just happened? I am happy that at least women are calling.
Yes.
You know, and they are sharing their experience with us.
Yeah.
Oh, I wanted Vivian to land on that for me. There is another caller. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, please, your name and where are you calling us from?
Good morning.
Okay, go ahead.
My name is Bobby. I'm calling from Jasikan.
Okay, go ahead.
She's listening to you.
This to have did the same operation before.
Okay.
I never said. Hello.
Yeah, yo. Win him, baby. Free.
First one, no.
You who free TV news. Leave the TV. I mean, call kakra. Ana lower volume nu wa TV nu why lower volume nu kakra. Ana free honum free TV nu ho. Okay, I think we've lost her. Please, when you call, lower the volume on your TV set, or just move away from it. If you are in the sitting room, if you are in the hall, just walk away. Allow the family to watch. Just walk to, the entrance or the gate, like just so that you can speak to us through the mobile phone. Right? When you want to listen to yourself via the TV, it delays. You know, there are other people waiting online to also join the conversation. So, mi pamucho, why? Ya pamucho pa se mu free a mu lower volume no kakra and mu fa mu ko kakra. I hope I'm making sense. Good morning.
Good morning.
Please, your name and where are you calling us from?
Please, I'm Esther. I'm calling from Proper Western Region.
Okay, Esther, let's hear you. What's your experience?
I have done 3 years.
How was it like? How did you feel? Was it painful? Was it a normal thing for you?
The first one was not that painful.
Okay.
The second and the third one, it was very much painful.
Let me ask Esther something. Esther, after all these 3 processes, how is society treating you? Are people, saying things that you don't want to you?
The first one, I got a problem. That's one the doctor recommended for me. Then 2 years time, I got pregnant again. Then they did it. Then the third one too, they recommended.
Okay. I'm not sure we heard that part. I think the line went bad. Okay, but I think she has also mentioned her experience that she's gone through it how many times? 3 times. The first was okay, but the second one was not bad. I think we can answer some calls more. Let's pick some calls quickly before we wrap up. There is another caller. Okay, hello, good morning. Okay, we've lost that caller. 055-269-7939. Hello, good morning.
Please, good morning.
Please, your name and where are you calling us from?
Please, my name is Mabel.
Mabel, why
and
are you
I'm calling from Tema.
Okay, Mabel, what's your experience, or what can you say about this?
Mabel, Tema. Pardon? Hello?
Yeah, Mabel, go ahead. We can hear you.
Hello?
Auntie Mabel.
Yes.
Please go ahead.
Please, I can't hear you. I don't know if it's
Your TV, the volume on your TV is loud. So you are listening to yourself via the TV. When it happens like that, it delays.
Okay, so please, is it okay now?
Yeah, it's better.
Okay.
Good.
So please, I'm a first-time mom, and I also went through the field.
Okay.
But I wouldn't say it's safe. It's serious because of what I went through. After the CS, I was bleeding. I bled for about, let's say, 3 days. So they have to rush me back to the theater again. And after the CS, I'm not fit again. So now I can't lift a bucket of water. So I don't think it's safe. Yeah, it's not actually safe.
Okay.
Because you will be weak. You'll not be yourself again. Yeah.
Okay. All right, Mabel. Thank you so much for calling as well. So that's Mabel's experience. She says that it was painful, and so it buttresses the point. Who made, was it Vivian or one of them made that it depends on the body or the person involved.
Yes.
I think we have another caller, right? Hello. Okay, that dropped. So it's how the person adapts to it.
Yes, and even the man that called that his wife has gone to
Hello?
Okay, hold on. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Please, your name and where are you calling us from?
My name is Patience. I'm calling from Kotoku.
Okay, Patience, let's hear you.
I'm a first-time mom, and I went through CS.
How was it?
And mine was futile distress.
Okay. Oh, okay.
But after I didn't have any complications, nothing. I would say CS is very safe.
Okay.
And shout outs to Bojo Polyclinic.
Oh,
they did an amazing job.
Was that where you had a session?
Yes, please.
Oh, wow. A polyclinic?
Yes, a Bojo Polyclinic.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
Yes, the treatment and everything was good.
Okay. All right.
But initially going, I was so scared. Trust me, I cried. Because of the stories I had heard.
Exactly.
It was terrifying,
Yeah, I know, right?
The stories were terrifying. So immediately I was booked for a CS. I was like, Jesus, I'm going to die.
Yeah.
But immediately I entered the theater, the doctors, those who were attending to me, even the environment, it felt so safe. So I was very safe. I think after the recovery room, I felt okay. Until now, I have been very fine.
Very well. Very well. Very well.
Yes,
all
so
right.
with me, yes, it's good.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
I can't wait to go there again.
Wow. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for sharing your experience with us. And I think the crying part, yeah, man cried.
Yes.
When we heard the news that day, because it was strange. Okay, the first was natural. How come the second? And so again, the misconception and the myths around it, the things people said, the things people told us, it brought some sort of fear. Charlie, man cried.
That's why I want the callers to tell us after giving birth what people said about, what did they hear of it, so that we know what society thinks. From experience.
All right, so I think that should also be done. So when you share your experience with us, the post C-section, what happened? How has it been like with you as well?
How your family
how people are receiving you at home, the stigma and what have you. Should there even be stigma? Should there even be stereotyping? Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Please, your name and where are you calling us from?
I'm calling from the Queen.
Okay, your name?
My name is Martha.
Okay, Martha, go ahead.
I got in my first born, I got natural, giving birth natural. My second born, I go to CS. And third one, it was natural. But third one, I got 2 years. But now, I get back in.
Okay. Okay. All right. Martha, thank you.
Now, okay. Me, definitely, you can walk natural and KJ.
Okay. All right. Okay. 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 Martha, yeah, that's it. So I think Martha is saying that when you give birth naturally,
yeah, I mean that's the preference.
Yes.
That's
Yeah,
what everybody
will opt for.
But when it comes to the complication, like the caller before Martha said, her problem was the fetal
distress.
So it has so many, categories.
Okay.
It can be one is the growth-related complication, which if the baby is too small than the normal size, or premature.
So that's
yes, or the baby lacks oxygen. Enough oxygen.
Okay.
So these are all part of the
fetal distress.
Yes.
Okay. Thank
Hello.
you. Hi. Good morning.
Good morning.
Please, your name and where are you calling us from?
My name is Precious. I'm calling from Abomusu.
Okay, Precious. Share your story with us.
So, yes, I'm a third-time mom with CS.
Wow.
And it's not easy with cesarean section, especially if you don't have help.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my mom passed after my first child. So my second and third, I did everything on my own with the help of my husband.
Okay.
If my husband wasn't supportive, I don't know how I would have gone through it, because the third one was very painful. I couldn't move for like a week. It was my husband who was carrying me up and down. And up till now, I don't see myself to be strong because there's no help. And I have to take care of my other 2 children. My husband might have to go to work. I have to go to work as well. So you have to look after these children and all of that. So you don't see yourself to be fit. And then one advice I'll give to our women out there is that they should make sure that they give their body time to heal before they get pregnant again, especially after CS. Because if you don't give your body time to heal and you get pregnant, let's say after 6 months or after a year, you are putting yourself at risk. Your uterus can rupture if you get pregnant as early as 3 months. Because I know some people that comes back from maternity leave and they are pregnant again. So if you go for a cesarean session, you have to give your body time to heal before you get pregnant again. Because imagine all those cuts, 7 cuts, and they must heal. And you know the uterus too have been cut. It's not like the normal birth that you give birth without any cut. So all these ones must heal before you get pregnant again, because as the pregnancy is moving, it is expanding. So imagine it is not healed and there's a baby in there and it's expanding. It can rupture. So let's give our bodies time to heal. And then we ask that our husbands too will support us. Some of the men don't support their wives when they give birth, and it is very bad. I'm sure, I think you guys should talk about that topic another time, because some of the men don't help their women, and they leave everything on them, and then they later blame them for being disorganized. And when I married you, we're not like this. So that's all I want to say.
Right, thank you. And shout out to all the caring husbands who stay with their wives throughout this session. It's not a joke. I mean, like I told you, Charlie, women are great. Women, God is wonderful for creating women. And I always say that women are actually the stronger gender. Trust me. They are. Look, if women are going through their cycle, some have severe pain. some no food. They can't even do anything. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Please, your name and where are you calling us from?
Please, I'm calling from Houston.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, please, I've had but the first one, I did not go through any complication. My husband was so and everything. So I think within 1 month, I was fit to do things on my own. And then for the second time, I went through a little, and then I went to the hospital, maybe guidance. They canceled me to have rest. That I did. But then I'll say that natural birth is safer than seeing. For natural birth, you can get pregnant early as 1 year or 2 years. But for 3 years, you have to give your time to heal very well before you get another baby. So I would say natural birth is safer than thank you.
All right. Thank you. Let's just answer 2 more calls and then wrap it up there. 0552697939
Hello.
is the number. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Please, your name and where are you calling us from?
Please, my name is Evans. I'm calling from Osman.
Okay, Evans, go ahead.
Please, my wife is a first-time mom, and she underwent CF during her delivery, but she has been having occasional weight pains. So I don't know if it is related to the years she did. And she also had a topic some years back. So I don't know if the waist pain has to do with these tragedies that she went through, or is normal, and if there's a solution to it.
You will have to seek medical attention because
Yeah.
we cannot.
I think yes. I think
so
that
you have to go to the hospital, let the doctors assess to tell you whether it is from that or not.
Yeah.
That would be the perfect way.
Yeah. So I think that yes. Unfortunately, unfortunately we don't have unfortunately we don't have Doc on the line. He would have maybe responded to that. So that's why we are saying. So what you do is probably go to the nearest hospital and seek for some other clarification. As that we are not health experts, so we can't really respond to it. We had a doctor earlier, but he's off now. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right. Thank you so much for also calling. So let's pick the last call and then we end it. Okay. Okay. So this is the last caller. Hello. Good morning. Hello. Good morning.
Hello. Good morning.
Please, your name and where are you calling us from?
I'm calling from
Okay, go ahead.
So Randy, I must say you have the best time I've ever tried to reach. And then I want to misconception. I think first of all, parent section and my knowledge is also a natural. It is unnatural if the embryo is taken to probably, let's say, an advanced robot or something. Parents are natural. And once it's
I think we had a problem with the line. I don't know if she's still on, but you were making some good points. Okay, she's on. I mean, it wasn't, the line wasn't so clear earlier. Can you hear me now? Hello?
I think she can call back and then get it better.
Okay, maybe producer, let's give it the opportunity. Maybe reposition yourself so we can hear you clearly. If not, we just okay. There is that sort of weird sound at the background. Yes, let's try it again. No, it's but hello.
Can you hear me, Randy?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay.
No. Very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. I mean, rather unfortunate. I mean, the line went bad and we had to just end it there. Oops, sorry. But we will end it here. I think we should have this conversation again.
Yeah.
Hopefully when our health director appears, head of medical care, then we'll do. And maybe we can rather get the doctor in-house.
Exactly.
Then some of the questions, especially the aftermath of the section, the questions will be thrown to the doctor for direct response as well. But final words on this, and then we can take a break.
I think the issue has to do with the aftermath complications that comes with, because all the callers, most of them are saying after it they are seeing some complications, which the doctor confirmed that yes, there will be some complications. Some may last some few years to go. Some you may even live with it. I know one woman who delivered naturally but had an underlying health conditions, so it affected her leg, and so now she limps. So it's all part of it. The bottom line is deliver, just bring life into the world, whether cesarean or whether through the natural process. We all prefer you go through the natural way, because that will come with no or limited complications. And so it all boils down to how we take care of ourselves, how your body is being shaped throughout the process. And as the caller said, as husbands, we need to support our wives go through this process. Let's help them carry our children when they are in their wombs, and even throughout the delivery stage. Let's provide them that support, because it's not easy. She went to deliver for you, and at the end of the day, she's going home with a whole lot of complications. One woman said she can't even now carry a basket of water, which is very, very sad, because she brought life into the world. And so our doctors should also be continuing giving us the advice. And thank you too for bringing up this topic, men discussing this issue. It shows how concerned we are about our mothers or our women we have in this country and even beyond. And so we pray for all women, that especially pregnant women at this moment, that you would deliver naturally, okay? But when it comes to the point that the medical practitioners will have to commend that you need to go through the CS, like the doctor said earlier, it is safe. You go through, and we pray that you go through safer as you bring life into the world, really.
Very well, Godfrey, thank you. All right, so viewers, on that note, we'll take a quick break, and when we return, we celebrate some birthdays and also the other segments. Stay with us. This is the WoezorTV Breakfast Cafe. There is more after the break.
Changing, so should you. If you're dreaming, don't be afraid. And in the valleys, keep your head up high. Dare to dream with Puma drinks. Puma, yeah. Believe it, you can achieve. Puma, oh yeah. Clap your hands for the whole new vibe. Make we set the blessing. Oh yeah, come alive. Let me hear you.
Puma drinks, a whole new vibe. Another quality product from Casa Precon.
This advert is FDA approved.
Embarrassed. Too embarrassed to speak to a loved one. Too embarrassed to speak to your doctor.
Too embarrassed. When in our lifetime, 1 in 4 black men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer. 1 in 12 black men will die from prostate cancer.
Let me repeat that. 1 in 4 black men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer. 1 in 12 black men will die from prostate cancer disease.
1 in 12. That could be your dad, even your older brother, uncle, or grandfather.
You need to make sure they are not embarrassed to speak to you or their doctor about it.
Hey, Dad, have you had your prostate checked out? See? How hard is that? It's easy. Just start the conversation.
Prostate cancer is survivable if caught and treated early enough.
Don't let embarrassment stop you having this important conversation.
You may save someone's life.
Not just your own.
If you're watching this with your friends, you'll probably make a joke.
Because you know what you feel on the inside
isn't what you want people to know.
If you have to pretend to be happy,
find someone you trust and tell them.
If you get mad at things and you don't know why, or have thoughts about hurting yourself,
find someone you trust and tell them.
You are never alone when you share.
Seriously, people care about you.
It's okay to not understand what you're feeling.
And it's easy to think that you're all alone.
But you don't have to be.
You're never alone when you share.
Don't be ashamed to tell someone you trust what you're feeling.
You're not alone.
You are not alone.
Find someone you trust and tell them.
Tell a parent.
Tell a teacher. Tell a brother or sister.
Or just tell a friend.
You haven't done anything wrong.
Talk to someone.
Talk to someone.
It's how things get better.
Alright, so thanks for still staying with us here on the WoezorTV Breakfast Cafe. As we always do it's time for us to celebrate some wonderful people this morning. And you are reminded that you can share your birthday wishes with us a day before, around 3 p.m. You can send it to 055-269-7939. The name of the person or the name of the celebrant, as well as a portrait picture, a very nice picture of the person. It's for free. Right, it's for free. If you wish anyone birthday on our show, it's actually for free. So do send the wishes ahead of time so we can help put some proper graphics together for you. First on our list this morning is Opon Nyamiye Kobina, alias Gentle Giant. Opon Nyamiye Kobina. Today is your birthday. Happy birthday to you. And the message says, happy birthday to a promising young man. The best is still ahead of you. Cheers to your new year from the fathers. Okay, that's a message to you, Kobina. Duke Kwabena Asari, today is your birthday as well. Duke Kwabena Asari, and this is coming from Karen. She says happy birthday to you. Fine man, I like your beard. Happy birthday to you, Kwabena. And also another one here, Lovis. Happy birthday to you, Lovis. Today is your birthday. Happy birthday to you. And that's coming from Karim as well. Okay, happy birthday to you. All right. Mrs. Emanuela Owusu Amwaku. And this is coming from Dr. Amwaku and Karen. Today is your birthday, Mrs. Emanuela Owusu Amwaku. Today is your birthday. Happy birthday to you. And that's coming from Karen as well. Next on the list, in fact, stop everything. It's Nane's 4th birthday today. 4 years of giggles, cuddles, and dancing like nobody's watching. To the coolest 4-year-old we know, belated happy birthday to you, Nana. Belated birthday to you, and that's coming from your mommy and grandmother. So enjoy. Cheers. I like your gankui. It's giving us some wild vibe. Nana, enjoy your birthday. Yeah, fine girl. And that's coming from your mommy and grandmother. Jerome, happy birthday to you. Jerome, happy birthday to you. And that's coming from Auntie Danielle. Jerome, little Jerome. Nana Ochre, happy birthday to you, Jerome Nana Ochre. Today's your birthday, and that's coming from Auntie Danielle. She says happy birthday. Miss Kate, today's your birthday as well. Miss Kate, enjoy your day to the fullest with all the the love that you want for yourself. Happy birthday to you, and that's coming from Obofu Ofori Gabriel. Obofu Ofori Gabriel. He says happy birthday going out to you. All right, so I think I have one here also. It says Miss Kate from Tebeso 2, CEO of Kate Elegance Palace Boutique. Okay, so I brought that earlier. Today's your birthday as well. I think you have quite a number of people. And this is from Clenham. Yes. So, yes. But the wish is actually from Obofo Ofori Gabriel. He's an immigration officer at the Public Affairs Department at the National Headquarters, Accra. Okay, so I don't know the connection between him, Clenham, and yourself. But happy birthday to you. Osofo Clenham says happy birthday to you. As well as Obofo, he says happy birthday to you. Miss Kate, enjoy your day to the fullest. I think that's it. Okay, so there is another one. Felix Corte. Jonas, is that your brother? Okay. Happy birthday to you, fine man, Felix Kwate. Today is your birthday. I like how you, Charlie, the shape of the beard. May God bless me with some beard, be like, yeah, beard gang. Oh, okay. All right. So happy birthday to you, Felix Corte. And there is a notable birthday, of course, to our very own Honorable Dr. Agnes Namomolate. Yeah. Those who know will know. Yeah, Namomo Latte. Today's your birthday. Honorable, it's been a long time. Oh, where you go there? I mean, yeah. The team says you try and pass by. Yeah, try and pass by. But happy birthday to you. From us all here at WoezorTV, we celebrate you. Happy birthday to you, Honorable Dr. Agnes Namomo Latte, Minister for Gender, Children and Social Protection. Happy birthday to you as well. I think that's all for the birthday celebration segment. My man Godfred is on standby for the WoezorTV newspaper review segment. Godfred, what are the papers saying?
All right, Randy, thank you. Let's go to the dashboard to see what the papers are reporting for us this morning. Starting from the Daily Graphics, it says that President charges Ghanaians to lead healthy lifestyles. Launches free primary healthcare program. We saw that yesterday. File income tax returns by end April. That's according to GRA. And then OSP unfazed by power to prosecute ruling. So that is Kisi Ejabin on there in the newspaper. Now the Chronicles also says that final nail in OSP's coffin. Anti-corruption body stripped of prosecutorial powers, but Ejabin vows Supreme Court battle. And so there's an interesting story. You can have the details on page 3 of the Chronicles to understand what is actually happening with the Attorney General and the OSPs in there. So the dispatch also says that Mahama cautions against late night eating as Ghana tackles NCD crisis. You heard that yesterday when he was delivering his speech. Now, 6 leading members battle to be national chairman of the NPP. Who wins? That is a big question. On page 11, you can find out who is actually leading the NPP's front line. when it comes to the internal election. The National Enquirer says NPA extends anti-fuel safe funding campaign to Kumasi, and so those actually stealing the fuel, they are coming at you. Mahama, free primary healthcare to complement NHIS, not to replace it. So it's not coming to replace it. That's what he's saying, to just complement it and make it better. The business analyst says OSP head to Supreme Court over stripping of its prosecutorial powers. And so the details, it will be at the deep side of the newspaper. Government caps fuel cost burden temporarily. Page 5 has that detail in there to cushion Ghanaians. Of course, looking at what is happening in the Middle East. Free care at your doorstep. Mahama launches free primary health care to complement NHIS in the inflation producer price. Inflation increases marginally to 1.5%. Page 3 has the details of that story. And then BNFT, it says that overall sovereign debt framework, that's according to the Bank of Ghana, the governor of the Bank of Ghana, who is urging IMF. Page 3 has the details. The CMA calls for urgent global reforms as Africa faces slower growth outlook. Page 2 has the details. So those of you that have interest in what is happening when it comes to the economy and the business aspect, the archive says that High Court orders Yoko to withdraw wanted notice against Council of State member Dr. Kwamiga Atokpli and Ceci Edem, directors. So that is in there. I'm sure I'm butchering the names because of the yes. Now, 3 busted for cocaine, 800,000 Ghana cedis in cash seized, and so that details is there. Work being done to seize all those stuff. Now, the Daily Times says that our Municipal Assembly signs contract to begin 24-hour economy markets. Very important. You want to grow. Now, Daily Guide says Interior Ministry imposes curfew on Karaga and Kushiga in the Stop State Sponsored Harassment MPP to government. OSP has no power to prosecute, High Court says. And so the details you can find out at page 3 of the newspaper. Police sees 22 slabs of cocaine, 400,000 Ghana cedis in narcotic bust in there. So say girl 4 dies from sexual assault. Wow. So a 4-year-old girl dies from sexual assault. That is what the paper is saying. Page 6 has the detail. You can read how it happened and where it happened. The Catalyst also says that free primary health care to complement NHIS. President Mahama, Ghana's health system undergoing transformational shift. That is according to the minister. Kando in the page 2 has the details of all those stories. The Showbiz, which is from the graphic, says that Dundam support on private sector Kobna answer on theater funding. And so government can also do as much as they can. This is the end of the newspaper review. Randy will give us more details in the WoezorTV news report. And so let's shift the cameras to him to give us the details in there.
Godfrey, thank you so much for your time as well. It's time for the WoezorTV reports. First, the details. Now let's settle for the details. My name is Randy Ahaje. In our first story, President John Dramani Mahama has launched Ghana's free primary healthcare program, a flagship policy aimed at strengthening preventive healthcare and expanding access to essential health services across the country. The initiative will roll out in phases, starting with 150 districts with a strong focus on undeserved and rural communities as government moves to shift the health system from treatment-based care to early detection and prevention. Belinda Anand-Kwanzaa has more in this report.
Has officially launched Ghana's free primary health care program at the Shayo Sudoku District Hospital, marking a major step towards strengthening preventive health care and expanding universal access. Health Minister Kwabena Mintah-Kando says the policy will be rolled out in phases, beginning 150 districts, targeting underserved and rural communities. He added that the initiative is expected to significantly improve access to care, reduce costs, and strengthen the country's health systems in the years ahead.
Your Excellency, by 2030, we expect to see out-of-pocket expenditure fall below 20%, to see over 95% of Ghanaians accessing essential primary health care services, to see reduced congestions at our hospitals, and to see a stronger, more resilient health system. This is how countries achieve universal health coverage, and this is how Ghana will achieve it. Mr. President, I am pleased to report that we are ready.
The program will provide free services at CHIPS compounds, health centers and clinics, supported by expanded screening. President John Dramani Mahama says the initiative will complement the National Health Insurance Scheme while closing critical gaps in access.
In Ghana, we introduced the National Health Insurance Scheme, and it expanded coverage and affordability in a major way. But since we introduced the National Health Insurance Scheme, we still have a lot of pockets of underserved areas, especially in the rural areas. The free primary health care complements the National Health Insurance. And so at that level, it's free of charge. You go, the screening, everything is free of charge.
He further emphasized the importance of preventive care, urging Ghanaians to embrace regular health screening to detect conditions such as hypertension and diabetes early. As part of the rollout, the President and his delegation inspected newly installed medical equipment at the facility, underscoring government's commitment to strengthening frontline health services. The free primary health care program is expected to reduce out-of-pocket health expenditure and accelerates Ghana's path toward universal health coverage. Reporting from Dodowa for WoezorTV, Belinda Anand-Kwanzaa.
The government has announced a temporary reduction in fuel cost, absorbing 2 Ghana cedis per litre on diesel and 0.36 Ghana cedis per litre on petrol, effective today, April 16, 2026. The intervention, which takes effect in the next pricing window, is aimed at cushioning consumers and easing the financial burden on households, transport operators, and businesses. The decision, approved by Cabinet, follows rising petroleum prices on the international market, which have driven up ex-pump prices in Ghana in recent weeks. The measure, communicated in a statement by the presidency released on Wednesday, April 15, will be in place for 1 month, during which it will monitor global oil price trends and assess the need for further adjustments. Government further reaffirmed its commitment to maintaining price stability, protecting livelihoods, and supporting the country's economic recovery and external pressures. The Ghana Private Road Transport Union has welcomed the government's decision to absorb part of fuel costs in the next pricing window, describing it as a relief for transport operators who were preparing for an upward adjustment in fares. Speaking on the development, the Public Relations Officer, Abbas Imoro, said transport operators were expecting a fuel price increase but have now had to suspend planned fare adjustments following the government's intervention. Elsewhere, an Accra High Court has ruled that the Office of the Special Prosecutor does not have independent authority to prosecute criminal cases, directing that all matters initiated by the anti-corruption body be referred to the Attorney General's Department. The decision, delivered on Wednesday, has created uncertainty over ongoing prosecutions handled by the OSP, placing them effectively in abeyance pending further legal direction. Presiding Judge Justice John Eugene Nyadunyante held that although the OSP is empowered to investigate corruption-related offences, it lacks the constitutional mandate to independently initiate prosecutions. The court based its ruling on Article 88 of the 1992 Constitution, which vests prosecutorial authority in the Attorney General. The ruling followed an application for quo warranto filed by Peter Archibald, who challenged the legal authority of the OSP to undertake prosecutions. Meanwhile, the OSP has announced plans to overturn a recent High Court ruling that declared the anti-corruption body lacks independent authority to prosecute criminal cases. In a statement posted on its Facebook page on Wednesday, April 15, the OSP described the ruling as legally flawed and insisted that the court exceeded its constitutional mandate. The anti-graft body further argued that the power to invalidate provisions of legislation rests exclusively with the Supreme Court of Ghana. Well, in the international front, a Chinese national has been sentenced to a year in prison for attempting to smuggle thousands of live queen garden ants out of Kenya. The court in Nairobi on Wednesday also fined Zhang Kekun 1 million Kenyan shillings. Judge Irene Gichobi described Zhang as not entirely honest and lacking in remorse. Last month, he was charged with illegally dealing in wildlife species after being arrested at Nairobi's main airport while attempting to travel to China with more than 2,000 ants in his luggage. Kenyan authorities have warned of a growing demand for the ants in Europe and Asia, where they are prized by collectors. They can be worth around $220 each. He has 14 days to appeal against the sentence, which his lawyer says he will do. He initially pleaded not guilty to the charges, including dealing in live wildlife, but later changed his plea to guilty. And that's by way of the WoezorTV report this morning. My name is Randy Ahaji. Let's take a breather. There is more on the show.
Do you want a sugar-free, freshly squeezed fruit juice? Choose Greenline fruit juice and smoothies filled with vitamin C, calcium, iron, fiber, and zinc. Every drop of Greenline juice and smoothies is naturally made to give you energy, good health, and refreshment. Enjoy your favorite Greenline orange, pineapple passion, watermelon, pineapple and turmeric, pineapple beetroot, pineapple and ginger, and healthy green. Greenline fruit juice and smoothies, powered by nature.
When I saw his face slipping, I knew it was a stroke. I called an ambulance immediately to save the life we've built together.
The way her arm was hanging down wasn't right. I insisted to go straight to the hospital to save our mother and the family.
The way he was talking when the ambulance arrived alerted us. I rang ahead so the hospital staff were ready to save precious time in the future.
All right, back for sports updates on the Breakfast Cafe. My name, once again, is Godfred Amwafu. Remember that on Sunday, one story that we did on Monday, which happened on Sunday, last Sunday, about the death of Dominic Frimpong, a former player of Brekum Chelsea, after they were returning from a game against Samatex FC, which they met an attack, an armed robbery attack, which this story has actually sparked a lot of issues and reactions across the footballing community across the world, to the extent that a FIFA president, CAF president, had even come in to make a statement on that yesterday. Or let me say this, Dawn. The Ghana police announced the arrest of the gang leader and one other suspect in connection with the robbery incident that led to the death of this player, Dominic Frimpong. He formerly played for Bekum Chelsea. One of the suspects sustained injuries during an exchange of fire with the police intelligence team and has been conveyed to the hospital for medical attention. The police say further details will be communicated, so we are hoping to get that further details of what the development of this story is all about. Now we want to action. The incident happened last Sunday, and today they've announced that they've arrested the gang leader and one other member of that gang that actually attacked the team and killing that youngster, 20-year-old Dominic Frimpong. He was a striker who played for Bekum Chelsea in that regard. Now, away from that, let's go to the Ghana Football Association, because we've taken another step in strengthening its football development structure with the presentation of 5 vehicles under the FIFA Forward program to key operational units. The latest allocation covers 2 regional football associations, which is the Technical Directorate and GFA Headquarters and the Ghanaman Soccer Center of Excellence. This follows a commitment made nearly a year ago when 8 of Ghana's 10 football regions received double cabin pickup vehicles. At the time, the association assures stakeholders that the remaining regions and key units would also benefit, such to that effect. Now, subject to the proper management of the initial fleet, and so they were also going to receive theirs. And yesterday, they did that. They made the fulfillment of the promise, delivering those vehicles to the regional football associations in that regard. So kudos to the GFA. You shouldn't forget that Black Stars is still preparing for the World Cup, and so all moves are geared towards in that regard to support the local players and football at the grassroots. But then let's shift attention to Europe. Of course, we can't be talking about sports this morning without talking about the UEFA Champions League. Like we opened this morning's conversation from Randy's side, Arsenal qualifying to the semi-finals of the UEFA Champions League. Arsenal made that reach fighting out of a cagey goalless draw with Sporting CP at Emirates Stadium. Now the Gunners came into the game with a 1-0 lead from the first leg, thanks to Kai Havertz's late goal in Portugal last week. And that strike was enough to see Mikel Arteta's team take their place in the last 4 of the competition. Arsenal started the game in an extremely positive manner, but despite Gunners having more of the ball, it was the visitors, Sporting, who came closest to scoring in the first half. Francisco Trincao, Pedro Goncalves, and a pass from Arsenal goalkeeper David Raya gave Sporting opportunities before Jenny Cantano hit the post with a volley after Max Arroyo found him with a cross inside the area. This some excerpts of the game. In fact, it was cagey, of course. Arsenal were limited to opportunities. Sporting CP rather looked like a team that wanted to win that game, but of course it had to go that way, ending goalless in that regard. But Arsenal qualifying on aggregate 1-0 in favor. Remember, in the first leg, Kai Havertz's goal gave them that edge. And so they are in the semi-finals and they are going to take on Atletico Madrid. Is it going to be a walkover or another hurdle that Arsenal will be thinking of? Now, the biggest of the night was between Bayern Munich and Real Madrid, and so Bayern Munich beat Madrid on 4-3, but on aggregate it was 6 to remember. In the first leg they beat Madrid at Bernabeu by 2-1 in that regard, and so Bayern Munich will also be facing PSG in the semi-finals of this season's Champions League after that splendid performance at the Allianz Arena yesterday against the Real Madrid. And yesterday Olise, he had to try this goal about 6 times and to have it finally scored on the 7th time, and he spoke about that yes, he came closer scoring from his trademark goal, but it was unsuccessful. Madrid opened the scoring through Arda Güler. He went ahead to score the second goal before Harry Kane coming in, scoring his 50th goal of the season for Bayern Munich in that regard. And so this is the striker Ghana will be facing in the World Cup when we play England. Harry Kane is going to be another issue of discussion. But then the topic for today is Bayern beating Real Madrid home and away to qualify to the semi-finals. They will not take on PSG in the semi-finals. Arsenal will rather play Atletico Madrid. It's the second time they are playing a Spanish side at the knockout stage when it comes to the Champions League from last season to now. Remember, last season they played Real Madrid, and this time around they will be coming back to the Madrid city, but it will not be at the Santiago Bernabeu, but the Metropolitano, whether it's going to be the red and white. Of course, Arsenal also wears red and white. Is it going to be Atletico Madrid or Arsenal? Time will tell. This is where we draw the curtains on sports. My name is Godfred Amwafo. Do stay tuned, because Asantua will bring you all the gist in the entertainment sector.
Okay, next one. Sit down. Look to camera.
This is what it looks like to be exceptional, to stand out from the crowd, to make history. But what if women didn't have to be exceptional? What if they didn't have to be the first, the best, or the only woman? What if being a female engineer wasn't remarkable? What if women and men could compete as equals? I don't want to make history. I don't want to be the only woman. I want to be one of many.
Gentlemen, I've got some bad news and some good news.
Okay, the bad news is that your chances of getting prostate cancer are now just 7 to 1. In fact, prostate cancer is killing one man every single hour of the day in this country. Imagine that, one every hour of the day. But the good news is we're forming a team to stop that clock. Men United.
It's time men united together to fight prostate cancer, the way women have united against breast cancer. We need to get together and find a cure, as well as better ways to care for the 250,000 prostate cancer sufferers out there. Please, get on side and join us in the fight. Men United versus prostate cancer. We can win this.
If you're watching this with your friends,
You'll probably make a joke.
because you know what you feel on the inside
Isn't what you want people to know.
If you have to pretend to be happy,
Find someone you trust and tell them.
If you get mad at things and you don't know why, or have thoughts about hurting yourself,
Find someone you trust and tell them.
you are never alone when you share.
seriously, people care about you.
It's okay to not understand what you're feeling.
And it's easy to think that you're all alone.
But you don't have to be.
You're never alone when you share.
Don't be ashamed to tell someone you trust what you're feeling.
You're not alone.
You are not alone.
Find someone you trust and tell them.
Tell a parent.
Tell a teacher. Tell a brother or sister.
Or just tell a friend.
You haven't done anything wrong.
Talk to someone.
Talk to someone.
It's how things get better.
Do you want a sugar-free, freshly squeezed fruit juice? Choose Greenline fruit juice and smoothies. Filled with vitamin C, calcium, iron, fiber, and zinc, every drop of Greenline juice and smoothies is naturally made to give you energy, good health, and refreshment. Enjoy your favorite Greenline orange, pineapple passion, watermelon, pineapple and turmeric, pineapple beetroot, pineapple and ginger, and healthy green. Greenline fruit juice and smoothies, powered by nature.
You are welcome to the entertainment update here on the WoezorTV Breakfast Cafe. I am Evergreen Asantua. Now this morning, you know that we are all gearing up and preparing for the TDMA. So of course, we are going to have a lot of conversations around that. And also our favorite artist, which is Molly. Yes, the Shake It to the Mark song that we all love so much got nominated at the American Awards. So this and more coming your way shortly. But let's have the TDMA conversation as Guinness Ghana has announced 100,000 Ghana cedis prize for the album or EP of the year, winner at the Telesol Ghana Music Awards. Now, the package also includes funding for a music video and a curated listening experience for the artist's next project. Now, organizers, Charterhouse Productions, say the initiative is aimed at rewarding full body work and supporting long-term artist growth. So, a huge congratulations in advance going out to the upcoming winner for album or EP of the year. These are some of the things that I always say that we love to see, because these people talk about funding almost all the time and how they are not getting people or companies, organizations, people that will put in the money for the works that they are doing, because of course shooting music videos can be very, very expensive. And I love this so much for whoever is going to win this year's album or EP of the year. And there are a lot of contenders on there, and of course you get to see and also know everybody who has been nominated for this year's TGMAs, which is happening on the 9th of May 2026, in a few weeks or days actually, on the TGMA Diaries, a WoezorTV special that will be coming your way in the first week of May. Now, away from that too, let me say congratulations going out to Kojo Viper on this one. He was here last year for the TGMA Diaries. He was part of the unsung artist of the year, and the Ghanaian artist is also embarking on the 2-week major international tour following his artist of the year win at the Central Music Awards. Now, the tour, organized by Heritage Promotions, will take him to Rwanda, South Africa and Lesotho, and for performances, media engagement and industry networking. So this is such a great thing to see. Last year he was here on Unsung Artist of the Year nominee, and he was hoping to win so much energy, and the competition was actually between him and then Yao Darling, but unfortunately for him, Yao Darling took home the award, but he kept on moving, and he's from Central Region, Cape Coast, and he won the Artist of the Year at the Central Music Awards. So such a great thing to see. And currently, as I am speaking with you, he is touring around the world, enjoying life basically, and also working at the same time. So once again, congratulations going on to Kojo Viper. We are hoping to see him here hopefully on Talk when he returns. Now let's talk about our favorite musicians, or two music besties that we've discovered in recent time, right? We knew about their friendship, but we didn't know how close or how tight this relationship was until recently. So musician Kim Promise and Mr. Easy have also opened up about their 13-year friendship. Now, speaking on 3FM, they revealed that despite periods of distance and limited communication, their bond remained intact, and their joint project See What We Have Done reflects that journey of growth and reconnection.
It's where we don't speak. We've actually gone like 2 years without speaking before because we were angry.
No, he's lying. We wake up every morning.
No, Gregory, I'm interested in that story. What happened? Who annoyed who that you didn't speak for 2 years?
Listen, we've known each other for what, 13 years.
Yeah.
Sometimes we speak almost every day of the week, and sometimes we go like weeks without speaking. But whenever you speak, it's amazing.
It's a link up,
We go through what every friendship goes through. We have arguments, we have disagreements, but at the end of the day, the love is there. Is what leads. So, yes, we do have our times where it's funny, but most of the time it's beautiful.
Now, coming to
regardless to that, or I know that. Even because we've had days where
songs on the album, okay? And let me say, Where Have You Been happens to be my current favorite right now, because where have you been, my love? So that is the first song on the album, and a lot of people are resonating so well with it. We have quite a number of them also on there. Like I stated, 9 good songs, 23 minutes if you combine the 9 songs all together. So like, what are you doing today? How's your day going? If you have 23 minutes of your time to spare, maybe you can listen to See What We've Done by Mr. Easy and Kim Promise, which is a joint album that they have released, and this talks about their 13-year friendship. So it's quite something to listen to alone or with your friends or your loved ones, since it talks about friendship and their journey so far. So that's what I have for you with regards to them. And remember once again to go out there and stream the song. Now let's talk about Stonebwoy. And the dancehall star has announced plans to host a free annual concert for inmates at the Insawe medium security prison. And the initiative follows a recent visit where he donated items and engaged with prisoners. He says the concert will use music to inspire hope and rehabilitation.
First and foremost, we thank God for life, and on this blessed Monday, we thank the management and the top leadership of the Ghana prisons, starting from even His Excellency John Dramani Mahama to my mother, Madam Patience. I'm not. It's not formal, but respectful. That's why I said check my shoulder. You know, but also to Commander Hussein himself and his Eagle team for actually receiving us here at this time. All we seek to do is to remember our brothers who are also here. You know, for one reason or the other, they find themselves on the other side of the law. But that does not mean that they are not part of us, neither humans. So we have to consider their conditions and also support with the, you know, with the least that we can. So this is going to be the first time the Livingston Foundation, which is owned by myself and my team, will present such gesture. But we pray to God that
Stonebwoy there, and of course behind every successful man there's a woman, and behind every successful woman there's definitely always a man also there supporting. So absolutely yes, and these are some of the things we love to see. You know, I always like to say that, right? Because when there are things that resonate so well, when there are things that needs to be talked about and appreciated, we definitely love to see some good news, some good things being done, or some good initiatives being taken. Now let's talk about what is currently happening with our Shake It to the Max remix that we all enjoyed, which is Molly's song featuring Sincere and Skillibeng. Now the Ghanaian singer has become the first Ghanaian artist nominated at the American Music Awards, and she earned a spot in the Best Afrobeat Artist category alongside Burna Boy, Tyler Rima and Wizkid, and the nomination marks a major milestone for Ghanaian music on the global stage. Another thing that we love to see. So a huge congratulations going out to Molly on this one. And girl, you are killing it, and we see what you are doing. So we are wishing you well and hoping for the very best for this award. Hopefully you take the award and then you bring it home so that we all can get to celebrate you. And that will be all for today's entertainment update here on the WoezorTV Breakfast Cafe. And remember that on Saturday at exactly 4 o'clock p.m. Tune Talk Repeat comes your way. So make a date with me. If you are in a hurry and you want to watch it, you can also find the feed on our social media platforms, our Facebook and on our YouTube at WoezorTV Official on YouTube and WoezorTV on all social media platforms. I am Evergreen Asantua. Thank you for watching. Have a good morning.
Gentlemen, I've got some bad news and some good news.
Okay, the bad news is that your chances of getting prostate cancer are now just 7 to 1. In fact, prostate cancer is killing one man every single hour of the day in this country. Imagine that, 1 every hour of the day. But the good news is, we're forming a team to stop that clock. Men United.
It's time men united together to fight prostate cancer, the way women have united against breast cancer. We need to get together and find a cure, as well as better ways to care for the 250,000 prostate cancer sufferers out there. Please, get on side and join us in the fight. Men United versus prostate cancer. We can win this.
Only a father can understand. Only a husband can understand. Only a man can understand. Prostate cancer. It's about more than fear of cancer. It's about fear of losing urinary control and sexual function. That's why more men turn to Jackson South for robotic surgery than anywhere else in South Florida. Get the facts at jacksonprostatefacts.org. Miracles made daily.
Do you want a sugar-free, freshly squeezed fruit juice? Choose Greenline fruit juice and smoothies. Filled with vitamin C, calcium, iron, fiber, and zinc, every drop of Greenline juice and smoothies is naturally made to give you energy, good health, and refreshment. Enjoy your favorite Greenline orange, pineapple passion, watermelon, pineapple and turmeric, pineapple beetroot, pineapple and ginger, and healthy green. Greenline fruit juice and smoothies, powered by nature.
All right, thank you for still staying with us here on the WoezorTV Breakfast Cafe. My name is Ewura Adams Karim, and you know, and I say it every day, that this is the only platform where we serve you the best of breakfast, a cocktail of issues making rounds in our country, on the continent, and all over the world. All of the issues that matter to you. This is where we discuss the matter. Ladies and gentlemen, on the show this morning, I'm seated with two fine gentlemen. I mean, very promising legal luminaries, and we're going to have a conversation about the Social Democrats convocation. Now, these gentlemen are part of an association called the Legal Green. I don't know what it is. I'm going to ask them, and they would share everything that we need to know about the Legal Green Association, as well as the upcoming Social Democrats convocation, when it's happening, where it's happening, what it's about, who will be there, and why you must attend if you're watching the show this morning. Remember, my name is Ewura Adams Karim, and this is the WoezorTV Breakfast Cafe. My guest this morning, we have Michael Osei JC. He's the Deputy Financial Secretary of the Legal Green Association, and I also have with me in the studio Festus Mate. He's the leader of the Legal Green Association. Gentlemen, welcome and good morning.
Thank you for having us here.
It's a pleasure having you. You know, just as I was saying off air, at least now I know that I can start preparing to buy Kaswa land. Because I have some fine, strong lawyers with me.
You should have a good legal fees as well.
Absolutely. We'll see about that one.
Yeah.
You know, I had an opportunity to go to law school.
Oh, okay.
And I declined, but maybe I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, it's still never
now that the reforms are going to kick in.
You don't even need the reforms. I mean, it's never late.
Charlie, I see the kind of work you guys put in, and anyway, let me start with you first. Let's talk about Legal Green Association.
Yeah.
What is Legal Green?
So Legal Green, we are center-left association of professional law students, and at the Ghana School of Law. So what we do basically is that we connect our people to the government, because we are connected to government, trying to find ways and means to get interventions for our people. So we've been able to get pupillage opportunities for our people, able to get scholarship opportunities for our people, and any intervention that would aid in our professional course and training. We try to work with government to get for our people. And also we also engage ourselves in capacity training as well, capacity training of our people, building leadership in our people and as well. So there's a lot that we do, trying to build what we call the 360 lawyer for the center-left movement. Yes.
And so when you say center-left movement, so you're basically telling us that you're Democrats or social Democrats?
We are social Democrat people. Yeah.
So you are NDC lawyers?
Yes, I mean, we are happy to be associated with that.
Okay, awesome. I mean, let me come to Financial Secretary. He handles the purse, so it means that you're a member of the association and you've become, you've risen to Deputy Financial Secretary. I mean, when did you first hear about it and what inspired you to want to become a part?
Okay, so I heard about the Legal Green Association when I became a student at the Ghana School of Law in the year 2024.
Okay.
So our leader here then was the SLC candidate from the Legal Green Association. So I happened to be in the same class with him, and by our association, he introduced me to the Legal Green Association.
Okay.
Already, I was a sympathizer of the NDC.
Okay.
So when I found out that the Legal Green Association promotes the ideology of social democracy and also the NDC, I thought it wise to be a part of the Legal Green Association.
Awesome.
Yeah, so basically it's about, becoming students of the Ghana School of Law and also by my relationship with our leader.
Okay. But how impactful has that been, in your life as a person, as an upcoming lawyer? You're not a lawyer yet, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so as a lawyer in the making, how impactful has your association with this particular association been for you?
Okay. It has been impactful in so many ways.
Okay.
Yes, especially when I was in part 1, and then there was a mandatory internship program for us to do as students. Through the Legal Green Association, I was able to get my preferred law firm.
Okay.
And even in part 2, because of the association and then our relationship with the government, I was also able to get opportunity with, the place that I want to do my internship.
Okay.
Yeah, so when it comes to privilege opportunities and then internship opportunities, through the Legal Green Association, I've been able to, get these opportunities. Awesome. And aside that, there are other benefits like scholarship.
Okay.
Our association with the Students Loan Trust Fund and also the Scholarship Secretariat. Through that, some of us have benefited from that.
Great.
So it has really impacted my life in so many ways.
So you guys are basically like an extension of TAIN, but in the law school.
Yes.
Okay.
So we are, because we don't have TAIN in the law school.
Okay.
So we are TAIN in a way.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
Exactly.
Awesome. It's beautiful to hear some of these amazing stories and the fact that you're mobilizing yourselves even within your professional, spaces. But when did this start? Who initiated this? And
this go way back. I think about 6 to 7 years ago by Edmond Combat.
Oh, Tor MD.
Tor, yes.
Okay.
He's our founding father.
Oh wow.
We have Wanda Kutor.
Okay.
And some few others. Sami Jemfi also was part of the formation.
Okay.
So there are some few people who stood up at that time, even though it was not a green party in power, but they also stood up to form the team. So we always try to acknowledge our founding father, Edmond Combat for the good job that he's also been very supportive.
Awesome.
Eduji has been very supportive. Sami Jemfi and Wanda Kuto, LC.
Yeah.
They've always been supportive to us.
Awesome.
So
awesome.
That's how the formation started.
Great.
That was 6 to 7 years ago.
Great.
Yes.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
You guys have a convocation coming up.
Yes.
What's it about?
So like we said, we are social democrats.
Okay.
Now the question is, what is social democracy?
Okay.
And as much as we say we are social democrats, we believe that not just a few people, not everyone understand the full philosophy of social democracy.
Okay.
And we also believe that social democracy is not just a political ideology, but it has some legal philosophy as well.
Okay.
So we want to create a platform for lawyers. So we bring the technocrats, people who understand social democracy, to come and have an engagement interaction for us to let us know what it means to us as lawyers. Social democracy means to us as lawyers. And also not just us, but even appointees. What does it mean to you as an appointee of the government? Even somebody sitting in at the Jubilee House making decisions. What does it mean to you as a social democrat making a decision and all that? So we want to start that conversation of having an annual forum on social democracy, so people would understand the true meaning of social democracy and live by it. So this is the maiden one. And we're hoping that we will continue from here each year, and not just a forum like this, but we also have focus group discussions with people as well, so that at the end of the day we become preachers of social democracy in Ghana.
Awesome. How are you funding your initiatives at Legal Green?
Okay, so because some of our members are already in government, so we look up to them for them to make donations. And of course, as an association, we also have our dues that we pay. Yeah, so it's basically our dues and also looking up to some of our appointees in government who supports our activities.
So it means that at the convocation there will be proper refreshment for people who will come. You've made allocation for that. But what should we expect when we come for the convocation?
Okay. So just as the leader rightly said, it is an opportunity for us to, teach people or inculcate in people the ideology of social democracy. And at the end of the day, the idea is to, have people who go out there to be disciples of social democracy. Because we have people who, now the NDC party is very attractive, but so many people join the party without understanding the underlying principles or what the party really stands for. So this is an opportunity for people to come and of course learn about some of these ideologies and things, and also go out there and be disciples of the social democracy ideology. So, and there's also an opportunity to network, because of course we have some of our government appointees coming around. So it's an opportunity for people to come and also network.
Can you give me a list of some of the people coming?
Okay, so first of all, we are doing this in partnership with the Ghana Institute of Social Democracy. So that's what we call the party school. So we're doing with Dr. William Haji, who will be our keynote address that would talk about the philosophy of social democracy. We're also expecting the lawyer Benedicta Lassie. Yes, she would also talk about social democracy and the law as well. And we're also expecting the Frederick Herbert Stiftang. They would also be there and also talk about, from their perspective, what they do in the space of social democracy as well. And we're also expecting some our key people, some of our patrons, LC, Madam LC Crew, Apao at GRA. Fatah Mahama,
Esquire.
Yes. Kabunate, and a whole host of people. We have Erica J would also be there to support, and then we also have, we would have an address on behalf of the Chief of Staff. So Chief of Staff had wanted to come, but he said that he will be traveling, so there will be an address on his behalf as well. So it's a whole lot of people coming on board. And like I said, we are doing it in partnership with the party school, and that's the most important thing. And we are hoping that from this maiden one, the next one will be a better and a bigger one that would host as well. So yes, so we just know that if you want to come, just come, pass by, and then enjoy this educative and informative program that we want to.
When is this happening? Where is it happening? What time? How do we get access? Do you have to buy a ticket? Is it for free? Do you have to register? Just give us all the fine details.
So it will happen tomorrow. Tomorrow, 4 p.m. at the Moot Court, Gimpa Law School.
Just here.
Just here, 4 p.m. Gimpa Law School. It's a ticket thing. It's free. And our focus now is the law students, that the professional level and the LLB level as well. But then it is also open to the public as well. So if you're a lover of social democracy, or you want to know more about the social democracy, this is the a place to be tomorrow, 4 p.m. at the Gimpa Law School.
Sharp.
Yeah.
So 4 p.m. tomorrow, Gimpa Law School.
And you are coming?
Yes, I'll definitely be there.
You'll be there.
I was hiding that, but yeah, we'll be there tomorrow, live and colored, to participate in this convocation. And we're hoping that this will not just be the first, but you'll have many more of these initiatives, possibly move, perhaps even into running a lot of legal clinics in some of our communities and all of that. Because I think that it's a pressing need for some people.
Exactly.
And then hopefully we'll start inviting some of you on the show to as well talk about some really important, legal issues, policy issues and all of that. And so, Michael, Festus, thank you so much for joining us. But before we go, if there's anything else that you want our viewers to know, Michael, that's your camera. Festus, that's yours. You go first.
Well, I would like to invite you to the Social Democracy Convocation. This is an important one for you to know more about what social democracy means. And it's not just about being NDC or so. Social democracy is an ideology. It's also a legal philosophy as well. So just come, Gimpa Law School, the Moot Court, 4 p.m. and just come and just learn. It's an informative and educative program. And just let me also say thank you to Dr. William Al-Haji and also to Eduji, our CEO of MPA, who has also been very supportive. The Attorney General as well, the Justice Sai and Dr. Yene, they've been very supportive to have Edmond Combat, LC, and a whole host of people as well who have been very supportive to us. We thank you all for the support.
All right, Mike, you want to say something?
All right, so just as the leader rightly said, we extend invitations to all to join the Social Democracy Convocation, because there's an opportunity to learn about the party ideology. So there's an invitation that is open to all, even though our technical group is the law students. But then, if you are interested in joining, you can join us tomorrow. Tomorrow at Gimpa Law School, the Moot Court. So it's an invitation that we open to all. So we want to extend our appreciation to our partners, to the Ghana Institute of Social Democracy, and also our resource persons, that the likes of Fatah Mahama, Kabunati, and just as he rightly mentioned, LC, and then Edu Jita Maklo, and all the people that we are having on our program. We want to extend our appreciation to them. So we look forward to seeing you tomorrow at the Social Democracy Convocation.
All right, so viewers, my guests have been Festus Mate, he's the leader of the Legal Green Association, and Michael Osei-Jesse is the Deputy Financial Secretary for the association, and they're inviting us all tomorrow to the Gimpa Moot Court for the convocation. So see you tomorrow at 4 p.m. My name is Eura Adams Crime. The show continues. Stay with us for more.
Well, not too long ago, the great President John Mahama went to the United Nations and spoke for my people of Jamaica and the Caribbean and the Americas. And you said, we are not looking a handout, but recognition of what took place in the transatlantic slave trade. I thank you, my president. I am a child who suffer from this. Chains on my feet, whip in the hand. And tonight I sing a song to go along with your mission of reparations. Not a handout, but to acknowledge. But we're gonna do it not just reggae style, we're gonna do it high life. A high life remix by me, Gram Smargan of Morgan Heritage. Oh, President Mahama, I thank you for saying what you said at the United Nations. Reparations, justice must come. Africa and the Caribbean as one. Zimbabwe, not charity, but exposing them both. Now a new day of justice is born. Hello, across the ocean, torn from the land. Chains on my feet, whip in the hand. But your light carried us through the storms. Now a new day of justice is born. Reparations, justice must come, yeah. Africa and the Caribbean as one. Not charity, but exposing them both. Now a new day of justice is born. Reparations, justice must come. Africa and the Caribbean as one. Not charity, but exposing them both. Now a new day of justice is born. Africa crying out loud. Now a new day of justice is born. Mahama, I give you strength. From Ghana to Zimbabwe, we thank you for holding the way. We say, Mahama, justice must.
All right, so many thanks for still staying with us here on WoezorTV. Remember, this is the WoezorTV Breakfast Cafe, and as I intimated earlier, yes, we are headed into the last leg of our conversation. Our focus is on the free primary healthcare prevention as a pathway to universal access. History was made yesterday again here in Ghana. We brought you all the live update all the way from Shayo Sudoku municipality, where the president, together with the key stakeholders in the health sector, launched that particular initiative, the free primary healthcare. I mean, we spoke about it at length yesterday. The deputy chief executive officer of the National Health Insurance Authority was here. He gave us all the in-depth analysis and all that you need to know as far as the free primary healthcare is concerned. But this morning, let's expand the conversation. Let's talk about the preventive part of the whole free primary healthcare. And I'm honored, or we are honored to have in our studio, I told you it's going to be a surprise, the Deputy Minister for Health. She is here, Honorable Professor Grace Ayensu Dankwa. She is also the MP for Esikado Ketan constituency. Honorable, good morning. You are a big woman. We've been chasing you, sir.
Oh, good morning. You know, I've always wanted to come, but I believe it's the timing.
Yeah.
It's around 9 when I'm supposed to be at work.
Yeah.
So that's why. But I always make time for you, and I will always make time for you. I see the good work that you're doing, and I see that you're one of the few stations that actually informs Ghanaians, and I personally like to watch you. So I'll make myself more available.
We appreciate it. Before we even talk about the free primary healthcare issues or initiative, let's talk a bit about your constituency. How is Esikado doing?
Oh, thank you. Esikado Ketan is doing really well. We had been under, the last 20 years we've been under one specific party. We saw that there was not a lot of development and not much was coming to Esikado Ketan. So my role really as the MP for Esikado Ketan, or the first female in the Western Region Metro, and also the first female for Esikado Ketan constituency. I have a really big task. Our more important issues, I think three big important issues are: one, our infrastructure development. Currently we're doing about 20 projects concurrently. Yesterday we commissioned our new sub-metro district offices. There's a lot of projects, about 20, almost all the secondary schools are getting either a dormitory dining hall, or they're getting 18 room classrooms with the offices included. I'm building boreholes in all my secondary schools. Then it's the primary schools, also the infrastructure, the classrooms themselves, the desks, the whiteboards or the blackboards, whichever one you choose to call them, and also the accessories. So currently, as of next week, they're starting the BECE. So we will be, we've zoned the constituency into 3, and we'll be teaching them or doing classes for them to take the exam. We did the same for the WASI students, and now we're doing the same for our BECE students. And since we started, the score has gone up a little bit. So it's education. The next one is, infrastructure, and also the jobs. So I have a lot of youth. We have a beach community. There's a lot of young people there, and because of the lack of jobs, it's leading to a lot of deviant behaviors. And so hopefully, if we can solve the job problem, I think that the constituency will do better. So my task or my ask is huge, but I'm poised for it, and I'll do it because, like I always say, that's really where I'm from. That's my hometown. There's no town in my constituency that I don't have relatives and friends living there. So my task is very simple: to give the people what they want and why they voted for me, and I'll keep that in mind every single time. And I will extend myself. If the government gives me 5 cedis, I always say I'll add another 5 cedis to get the job done, so that the good people of Iskadu-Ketan enjoy the fruits of their labor, meaning what the Western region brings to the national pie or the national cake, that Iskadu-Ketan will really get its fair share.
Okay, we have another show known as The Interview. That's an exclusive one. Godfrey definitely should get in touch with you so that we do a proper documentary on Iskadu-Ketan as well. So Godfrey, take it up. But let's talk about yesterday's event. How was it? And I said it was history that, again, President John Dramani Mahama, together with yourself and the health sector, did yesterday by launching the free primary health care.
Yesterday's event, I think, was one of the happiest moments of my life, because I was a key member of the NDC Manifesto Committee. So starting from 2023, a few of us got together, and as we kept going along, more people joined, and we've been, so it's something that we birthed. So it's like you've had a baby, you've been pregnant for 9 months, and finally the baby has been born. So yesterday for me, it was just I was too excited, and I was happy that finally the free primary health care initiative or policy has been launched, and we can hit the ground running. President Mahama also attended, and his speech was very educational. He told us about proper lifestyle, proper lifestyles, and how we have to do lifestyle modifications. The eating late at night. Exactly, eating late at night, not sedentary lifestyle where most of us do nothing. During the day, you eat in the morning, then we take a vehicle and we go to work. And at work, we sit at the desk all day, and then we eat lunch, and then we go back home and we eat, like President Mahama said, we eat banku and fufu at night and go to bed, and then continue the cycle. And most of the foods that we're eating is also processed. So there's a lifestyle built into it. So what the free primary healthcare is seeking to do is to add preventative and promotive healthcare. So that is why President Mahama talked about the lifestyle modifications and some attitudinal changes. The excessive drinking, we're now getting drugs on the market, and it's affecting the youth. And now the kind of our dietary things, the foods that we eat. So those are the preventative and promotive healthcare issues that the free primary healthcare brings on board. Currently, what we do is curative. When I say curative, meaning that I get malaria, then I go to the hospital that, oh, I don't feel well, I think I have malaria. Then they check and I get treated. What we don't have included mainly is the preventative and the promotive, where we are screening the people at the community. So the community health nurse comes into your home, check your pressure, meets you in the community center, checks your pressure, check for blood glucose and see if you're diabetic or hypertensive, check to see, for instance, for a woman, I'm having some pain or I feel a lump in my breast, and they can check it at the community level and refer you to the appropriate level of care. In medicine, we have levels of care. So when we talk about primary care, we are looking at the lowest level of our care. So that is the community to the CHIPS compound, to the health center and the polyclinics. Those are the lowest level of our Ghana's healthcare. After that, we have the district, then we have the regional hospitals, then we have the teaching hospitals that are the highest level of our referral hospitals. So we are talking about the lower level. The idea is that the lowest level of our healthcare, the primary healthcare level, is the part of the health system that is closer to the people. So from my house to the CHIPS compound, it's much closer than from my house to the next regional hospital. I live in Iskaduketan. My house to my CHIPS compound is about maybe 10 minutes. Whereas if I have to go to Mfiankwanta, I have to take 3 or 4. If I was taking public transport, I have to take 3 or 4 vehicles to get to Mfiankwanta. Then I go there and there's a long wait because we are not utilizing the people at the primary healthcare level.
Very basic level.
The very basic level. Everybody runs to the place where they think they can get the care. And why is that? It's because
I was going to ask you why.
It's because, one, they feel like they will not get the services needed there. The equipment are not really there. Sometimes it's a facility issue, sometimes it's the equipment. And so what we are seeking to do with this free primary healthcare is to strengthen the base. If we strengthen the base, we will decrease the pressure on the referral centers. If we strengthen the base, people will become more healthier. Because if I have to walk 5 minutes to a CHIPS compound from my house, it's much better than having to take that transportation all the way to Mfiankwanta. If I can get my health care there, if I can get health promotion there, if I can get health education in my community. So I'm sitting under the shed in my community playing draft with my friends. And the community health nurse comes and checks my pressure and says, I think your pressure is high. So tomorrow morning, come to the CHIPS compound, which is another 5 minutes away. And you go to the CHIPS compound and they check and say, your pressure is really high. Then they say, okay, maybe go to this level. I refer you to the appropriate level. That person, not only have we saved a life, we have also now created a healthy person. And that healthy person now is not going to have complications of the high blood pressure. Is now we have avoided a stroke or we have avoided a heart attack. So those are the systems that we are putting in place at the basic level. People can access care. We're even going a step further because even though the community health nurse is in your community, most people congregate in marketplaces, they congregate in lorry stations. There are areas in our communities that people congregate. We are bringing the churches. So we are bringing to you a health post that you can just walk in. You don't have to be sick to go. You can just walk in and say, today I just want to check my blood sugar. Today I want to check my blood pressure. By so doing, you would have picked up those who have potential to now develop kidney failure because they have high blood pressure untreated. Some of them don't even, about 43% of people have these diseases and they don't even know it. So
that's alarming.
Very alarming. So that is why you see that the non-communicable diseases are rising. And the issue with the non-communicable, when I say non-communicable diseases, I mean diabetes, high blood pressure, we're looking at cancers. What we are seeing as physicians in our health facilities now is that by the time they present, it's already advanced. So we are seeing the cancers at its most advanced stage. We are seeing diabetes when they are about to amputate. We are seeing diabetes when the person is already blind. We are seeing diabetes when they have, the blood is not flowing. And so the heart has been affected. We are seeing all the complications of these non-communicable diseases. We are seeing high blood pressure when the person's kidney has already failed and they're looking for dialysis. By the time you get there, there's very little we can do. And not only is it very little, it's also, by the time we get there, it's more expensive You know, you've already suffered the complications. It's more expensive. But even in spite of that, President Mahama, in his own infinite wisdom, has put aside ring-fenced money for people in that category called the Ghana Medical Trust Fund, which is the Mahama case. Because by the time you get into that category, your disease is more advanced. You need more specialists. You need the specialist doctor, the specialist nurse. You need even advanced equipment like MRI, like CT scans, like PET scans. These equipment, like mammograms, these equipment are so expensive. And we're seeing that 43% of all mortalities in this country is coming from death from non-communicable diseases. The cancer comes and it has spread to the bone. There's not much we can do. So what we're doing now is palliative. But even because of that, President Mahama wants to reduce that 43% and bring it down. So he has ring-fenced that money for Mahama Cares at the top level. But the reason why we are getting to that top is because perhaps we are not doing the base very well. You know, people have health insurance cards, but most of them feel, those who don't, feel like if I go, I have to pay anyway, so why don't I stay home?
And that is where your critics make the argument that we already have a system that is in charge or in place for this. The health insurance is already in existence. So this is more like a duplication.
No, precisely because we didn't want to duplicate. And precisely because we didn't want to go and put money somewhere and find some money manager and do all kinds of things. You know, Ghana and money. It's precisely why we housed it in the same umbrella. So free primary healthcare and NHIS are complementary. They work together. For instance, let me give you an example. There's a person in my community. I live in Kojokrom in my constituency. I don't have health insurance because remember it's a subscription. So you have to go to health insurance and get that card. Even when you are sick and you get it, it takes a while for you to get it. So because of that, somebody who has high blood pressure, for instance, will say that, oh, you know, now I have to go to NHIS and get the card. But because of that, let me just wait. You know, I don't have money. When I go to the CHIPS compound, I have to pay something. So I'll wait and I'll go and do this. And by the time they are getting the stroke, now they are presenting to us. So that person who doesn't have health insurance is those are the group that we are missing. And that is why our 40% is getting higher on the top. So we want to bring those people into at the basic level so that regardless of whether you have health insurance or you don't have it, whether you have it and it's expired or not, you can still access healthcare. You can access it for free. So it is actually complementary because at the basic level it's free. So that means, like I said, the 4 layers, the community, the health post that we've put in the market, the CHIPS compound, the polyclinic and the health center is the lowest level. It's closer to the people, it's free. But if you are there and we have to refer you, for instance, it is true that now you have diabetes and now you are blind because of diabetes. We can't take care of you at the basic level. So we have to escalate your care to the next level, appropriate level. That will be perhaps to the district hospital or to a regional hospital or to a teaching hospital. Once you get there, you need your health insurance.
So now the free primary health care does not really matter at that secondary level.
Exactly. Because we want to make it free at the basic level. So we can do preventative and promotive. So we can catch people at the level where it's not complicated, even if you have malaria and you go to a CHIPS compound. We want to be able to treat you there for free. Before you stay at home with the malaria and now you are coming in and you are comatose because you had cerebral, the malaria parasite has gone into your head. And now you are delirious and now you will have to put you in the ICU and breathe for you and put catheters and everything. If we can catch it at that level, regardless of your color, creed, religion, financial situation, whatever it is, if we can catch you down there, it's a much better health system. Remember, we are moving towards universal health coverage in 2030. And these are some of the measures that we put in place to get us to universal health coverage in 2020. So what the free primary health care will do, in fact, even though since the term of this government, we have increased subscription to NHIS. This would even add to the NHIS, and that would also bring us closer to the universal health coverage in 2020. So it's almost as if we are killing a lot of birds with one stone. And by incorporating it and making it complementary, it is the best formula, because we don't want to separate it. Now you go here, who's supposed to, you know how that thing is. So who's paying what? We have housed everything, and we have ring-fenced the money for free primary health care, and ring-fence the money for Mahama Cares. And even with Mahama Cares, we are asking people are donating. You have seen. And Mahama Cares has already been implemented. We see them giving big checks to people who have cancers, especially the children with childhood cancers. If you can catch childhood cancer at the primary level and escalate it, there's more likely that child will live and that child will become a productive member of society than if we wait for a childhood cancer to metastasize or to spread.
Okay, and again, that well clarified. So we now understand what this whole free primary health care is about, what it seeks to even achieve at the end of the day. And we can only applaud the government for bringing this initiative. But I am also concerned about whether or not we are rolling this on a wholesale. Are we starting with all the districts, or there are targeted areas to start off with?
So thank you. Like you said, everything else, when you're implementing it, you have to be careful.
Yeah.
And we have seen free SHS come through,
exactly,
and they didn't put money aside, and there was the implementation. So even though our kids were enjoying the free, we were still bringing food to school for them. So because of this, we are doing 150
districts.
Okay. No, 150 facilities.
Okay.
In all districts, so each district at least will have one.
Okay.
And that 150 will be the underserved areas. So remember, we have the infrastructure itself. So we are looking at those 150 facility infrastructure. We are also looking at the equipment, because if the community health nurse doesn't have a blood pressure cuff, what we call the SFIG, how is the person going to measure your pressure in the community? If they don't have the glucose test strips, to even the lancet to get the blood, to put it on the strip, to put it in the machine, and they don't have that machine, how are you going to test blood sugar in the community? So we are providing the community health nurses with all those tools, all those equipment to go in the community. We are providing CHIPS compounds with the necessary equipment they need. We are providing the health centers with the necessary equipment, up to the polyclinic with the necessary equipment, those 150. Then we will do proper monitoring and evaluation. You know, the value chain, how did the commodities get there? We've put all that into the policy, and we are moving it. So we want to start with the 150. Perhaps as we start, we will find some issues that we need to correct, or we'll find out, oh no, we need to add this to that. So once we have adjusted and found some of the things that we need to correct, or the things we need to add, or perhaps what we have visualized is everything is working nicely, then we slowly roll on to the rest of the country. So by 2028, we can assure you that all the
nation will be captured under
especially at the primary healthcare level, will be captured. Then, as we are doing this, we are also looking at basic things as the CHIPS compound itself, infrastructure. Perhaps a health post, like we saw, will be better for this community than the old CHIPS compound that exists now.
And that will be based on assessment?
That will be based on assessment. Before we even went there, we have done all those assessments. That's a needs assessment. We have finished that. And not only that, we have also done broad consultations with stakeholders. So we have met our CHAG, Christian Health Association. We have met the Ahmadiyya community, because they also have hospitals and things in the country. We have met almost the market women. We have met the chiefs. And so we have done broad consultations, and everybody's input has been incorporated into this policy. And now, thankfully, for me as the Deputy Minister of Health, this is, and also a big member of the Manifesto Committee, this is the manifestation of the baby that we birthed several years ago.
Months ago.
Okay. Let's say about 2023.
Okay.
So we birthed it, and now we have delivered the baby, and now we want to make sure that the baby is healthy. But in all of this, let us thank President John Dramani Mahama, because it was his vision. It was his, focus on health. Because as you all know, health is everything. Health is economics. Health is tradition. Health is work. Health is everything. So there's no sociology. You mention everything is health. Because if you're not healthy, you cannot even go to work. If you're not healthy, you can't go to church. If you're not healthy, even if you have $5 billion or CDs in the bank, you can't access it. So health is everything. So once we have a healthy nation, I think that we can have a prosperous nation. And I also commend the Ministry of Finance and all our stakeholders for even helping us ring fence this amount for Mahama Cares, for free primary health care, so that we are starting a policy, and it's not now that we're going to be looking for money.
And so that's where the problem is. Every baby needs enough to grow and develop well. Funding. Yes, maybe we might know the sources of funding, but sustainability part of it is also a major concern. You spoke about the free SHS, how we managed it in the last years. I mean, some critics also believe that, well, this is one of the the initiatives that will start well, but along the line, funding becomes an issue. How do you respond to that?
But like I said earlier, we've already ring-fenced the money. First of all, we put at least 1.2 billion into the budget.
That's to start.
That is to start. And then we also uncapped the NHIS with the 3.5 billion available. So remember, all these policies, Mahama Cares, free primary, we haven't gone out of the country to borrow from anyone.
Okay.
So this is all monies that were available for us to use, and because we have used it prudently, because we have done fiscal management, because we have done proper economic management, unlike the last economic whisked and
what was that?
The last economist whisked and the shambolic nature he left our country in terms of our economics. We are not like them. And now they are saying that we should hand over the mantle to them again, when they are the person we gave the money to is outside the country in an ice cell.
We are throwing jobs
in America. No, what I'm saying is that we gave them the mandate. They didn't do prudent economic management. The one we gave the money to has absconded, and now we are here. But we are not like them. We want to go down to the people. We want to go to Ghanaians and give them what they voted for us for. And I believe that we have done it in a really good way to benefit every Ghanaian, regardless whether you have money or not. We want you to get free primary health care. If you have any complications, it will be escalated to the next level of the higher level of care. What we say in medicine is a higher level of care. And then our hospitals will also, our referral hospitals, the pressure there, you go to Efien Kwanta or you go to Kolebu, sometimes you wait the whole day before it's even your turn. Once we do proper free primary health care, it will decrease the pressure at the referral centers. And now if you go, you won't have to wait for 5 hours. And you remember this whole no bed syndrome thing. So in fact, the free primary health care, working in conjunction and collaborative and synergistic with the NHIS is really the solution to a lot of our problems that we discuss, but we haven't really found the solution.
All right, but let's talk about manpower. Because in all of this, you need the human capacity to discharge all these duties. We know so well that there seem not to be enough financial clearance to employ more nurses. How are you going to tackle this at the basic level?
So thank you. So far, we've already started. Now we're recruiting nurses. We're recruiting allied health professionals. So as I speak, we are recruiting. The issue with the staffing is that we have about 70,000 nurses at home.
70,000?
From 2020.
That's a lot.
They have not been hired. They finished school and they're at home. I believe that it's a little even more than that. That's just nurses. Now we have the allied health professionals also.
They are not part of the 70,000.
So we need to hire these people, and that is why we are slowly putting them. We have community health nurses, we have volunteers, and we're trying to get all that done.
Sorry. Okay, so Well, let's get Honorable some water quickly whilst we prepare to wrap this conversation up. But if you just tune in, this is the WoezorTV Breakfast Cafe. We're having a conversation on the free primary healthcare. Indeed, we're talking about the preventive aspect of it. Let's take a quick break. Let's just take a quick break. We'll come back to wrap up.
Your Excellency John Dramani Mahama Mohe Wake na boe Ghana wabwajo wahe saminya Obake ni makake se wahemo kenima enyo Mweno ohane wabwajo wahe saminya Modene onge bonge hiochami ke hewa minami hiyo Ghana bewura ayeko
Every country is working to achieve universal health coverage. And universal health coverage is the situation where every citizen has access to quality, affordable care. In Ghana, we introduced the National Health Insurance Scheme, and it expanded coverage and affordability in a major way. But since we introduced the National Health Insurance Scheme, we still have a lot of pockets of underserved areas, especially in the rural areas. And so, for countries that would want to extend the reach so that they can achieve universal health coverage, they include in it the primary health care aspect of it. With the health scheme, normally for most of the health facilities under the health scheme, you see the patients only when they are sick. And so, it's mostly curative. One key aspect of the free primary health care is preventive, to identify the illness and get early treatment before it develops into something else. And so a major part...
All right, so thank you for still staying with us here on the WoezorTV Breakfast Cafe. We had to take that short break so Honorable can just sip on some water as well. It happens. My guest in studio is Honorable Professor Grace Ayensu Dankwa. She is the Member of Parliament for Esikado Ketan constituency and also serves as the Deputy Minister for Health. We're talking about the free primary health care. She said quite a number of things. Right, unfortunate our time is really out, but let's just wrap this whole conversation out. Viewers are watching. We spoke about what they need to know, how to access this particular free primary health care, but maybe look directly into that camera. Issue your words to them. And when would this start?
Thank you. So I think that in the next few weeks, no more than 2 weeks, we'll start, because we've already identified the 150 facilities that we're going to use, one in each district. And it's basically underserved areas. So they've been identified. We'll move the equipment there, and then they can start. Because it's free, and because we've put all the systems in place already, the launch is not like we're launching and now we're waiting for something to happen later. So I don't anticipate anything more than the next few weeks or beginning of May to roll everything out, at least for the 150 to start. The rest of the country will roll over, at least over the years, and we'll cover everyone.
Not to distort your thoughts, but are we going to know the exact districts that are beneficiaries, the exact facilities as well, so that it becomes easier for people to just walk in and access it?
That is correct. So it's not going to be some secret thing that we're doing under the table. We'll make it available to everybody, so everybody knows in your district what facility is now. Have we started the free primary healthcare so people can go there? So we'll put it out there in terms of the districts. We just wanted to launch it first, and then we can share where they have the benefit of the free primary healthcare. But again, I think that the free primary healthcare, for me, is one of the best social intervention ever. Again, like I said, and as being a physician and a surgeon specialist, health is everything. We need Ghanaians to be healthy. We see the issues in the health system, the issue of the no-bed syndrome, the issue where people need ambulances and they can't get it, the issue where you go there and then medicines and all, they are not there. And also the issue of the copay. A lot of people are paying today, even though they have health insurance. These are some of the measures that we can put in place to prevent all that. It's not going to happen immediately, but I believe that if the implementation, I'm sure it will go well. And if we continue along this path, most of the issues that we have discussed, and I think it used to be isolated or is siloed. No Bear syndrome is here. The ambulance issue, the staffing issue, the medicine issue, the supply chain issue, all of those are there, and we all know. I mean, those of us who go to hospitals, we know what the system is. But I believe that the free primary health care is really the solution to the problem, the health problems, and it would address almost all these issues. So we are killing a lot of birds with one stone. And so I think that Ghanaians should support us. They should really thank President John Dramani Mahama for this great initiative. I think the biggest social intervention ever. And I know that if we continue along this path, by 2030, we will really reach universal health coverage.
Honorable, thank you. Thank you so much. We would expand this conversation later. As I mentioned, the other program, which is the interview, Godfred will take it up with that, so you have a one-on-one conversation. We look at your constituency and also the health sector in general. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. We wish you the very best of luck in your endeavors as well.
Thank you. I'm so grateful, and thank you to your viewers for listening to us today while we explain some of the issues. And if you have people still texting you about wanting to get the proper explanation, I'm here to support it, because I know that there's word out there, oh, we don't even understand the free primary health care, and people are being mischievous, obviously. But if we explain it well, the people will understand, and then the mischief will be decreased, and then there will be no mischief at all.
Yesterday, when Dr. Jokoto came, I told him, let's have adverts in our local languages as well. So I'm putting that to you. Bring the adverts to WoezorTV.
Thank you.
We can discuss it, and then we'll roll it out as well.
Thank you. Remember that a large part of this is really going to be public education.
Yes.
So public education is a bigger umbrella under the free. Even if we're going to do promotive healthcare, if we don't tell you that you can walk in healthy to check your blood pressure, how would you know? So we have to drive the demand, and driving that demand will be with public education, and specifically public health education. I think that is what President John Dramani Mahama sought to do yesterday when he talked about the Banku. He said it in jest, everybody laughed, but he was really making a great point. That if we do proper health education about nutrition, about lifestyle changes, about excessive, alcohol drinking, excessive eating, obesity, if we talk about those things and focus it on health, people will listen, and the entire health of Ghanaians, regardless of where you live, whether you have money or you don't have money, will significantly improve.
Very well. We appreciate your time. Thank you. We'll do this again. Viewers, unfortunately, time is out. We would have to end it here or draw the curtains on today's edition of the WoezorTV Breakfast Cafe. Thanks to you for always choosing WoezorTV over the others. We give you nothing but the best of breakfast. Tomorrow, hopefully, we shall regroup for another edition. Big thanks to the technical crew for helping put this one together. My name is Randy Ahaji. It's a Thursday. Please stay safe, stay out of trouble. Let's meet again tomorrow. It's a wrap.